What is up? What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Miami Football Talk Network. We're here coming with you with our brand new episode of Phinsnation Miami. That is what our new episode is every Tuesday, 8 p.m. right here on the Miami Football Talk Network. How's everybody doing today, guys?
Hanging in there. Angel's trying to get in. He's late as hell.
Yeah, I know, right? You see that? Look, is that him sending me messages now?
Don't
let anyone on yet.
Hurry up, Batman.
Yeah, you see that? Incredible. He said put it in the chat. I'm gonna put it in the chat. Everybody blame Angel for being late.
No,
everybody blame Batman for being late.
Batman, hit the like button before you come on.
He was saving Miami. He was doing crime fighting. So he's late.
Yeah,
and
he was. So anyways, guys, we got a huge guest in the background. Okay, a lot of the guys might know her. A lot of the ladies I know her. Okay, because she is well known. She is definitely out there. She is definitely a huge Dolphin fan, and we are just blessed to be able to have her on the show with us, to be able to talk, pick her brain a little bit on everything that she sees out on the field and everything that she sees as a fan and in a woman's perspective, which is always great to hear. But before we do that, everybody say, hey, thank you, Andrew, for being late. Yay!
What's going on, everybody? Can you guys hear me?
What's up, buddy? Everybody, you good?
Loud and clear, buddy. How's it going, man?
How's it going?
Fashionably late. Looking good in that
fashionably late. Yep. What they say, if it's within 15 minutes, you're good?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, guys. So we're going to bring her in now. Everybody say what up to 305SportsBabe. Say what's up. Say hi.
Hey, guys.
How's it going?
Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
Right.
Victory Tuesday. Can we still go on with this? Like Victory
Yes.
Tuesday?
Yes.
I'm in.
No, this is Victory Week. This is Victory Week.
Let's do it.
So anyways, so we wanted to bring you on the show because we know that you are the biggest Dolphin fan. And we wanted to break your brain a little bit on where did it start? How did you become a Dolphin fan? Were you a little girl when it happened? Did it start from daddy? Did it start from mom? I mean, give us the juice.
Definitely. So my story is going to be like none others. I'm born and raised in New Jersey, right outside of New York City. And growing up, I was your typical sporty spice. I played softball, I played basketball, and I played soccer. But basketball is my main sport. And it was my number one. And I was in love with the New Jersey Nets. Jason Kidd, Kerry Kittles, Keith Van Horn, Mutombo, Scott, like that. Like my whole world revolved around basketball. And I was supposed to play college basketball. And senior year of high school, I actually got into a really bad car accident and I lost all my D1 offers. So I told my family, I said, I'm moving to Miami. They said, no, you're not. I said, if I can't ball, I'm moving to Miami. So long story short, I moved down to Miami in 2008. And I always liked football, but where I'm from, everyone was Jets fans. And I never liked the Jets. It was like Vinny Testaverde, and I kind of just like went with the motion. And when I moved down to Miami in 2008, I fell in love with the Miami Dolphins. Like, Miami Heat took my heart too. Like, the Nets kind of like fell off, Brooklyn and all that. But the Miami Dolphins stole my heart. My dad, like, he'll follow it, but he's not like really into it. And I'm not your typical girl, like, oh, Dan Marino. Like, he's a little late for me. But no, because, I say that because our Mexican fan base, there's a lot of females there. And I asked them, I said, why the Dolphins? And they all go, oh, me gusta Dan Marino. And I'm like, maybe Tony Gonzalez for me.
Wow.
So when I moved down here in 2008, I was a sport management major in college, and I was kind of like a free agent with football. And I fell in love with the Dolphins. So it's going on almost 13 years. And I fall more in love with them each and every year through the good and the bad. And 2007, they came off that really, really bad season. So I kind of like fell into the fandom. I had a really good time.
Wow.
So that's
awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for becoming a Dolphin fan. We greatly appreciate it.
A great way to become a Dolphin fan.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
One of the best moves I ever made.
Now,
especially from New Jersey.
Oh yeah. Now, when you moved, was it more of a spontaneous thing, or did you have this planned out?
No, so my whole thing was basketball, and if I couldn't play, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna go to Miami and party, and I'm not the party girl, but at that mindset, being 17 and 18, I just wanted to start new. I was supposed to play basketball at Rutgers, and since that didn't work out, we went to Florida growing up as kids, going to Disney, but never to Miami. So I literally packed my bag. My pops drove me down, and I went to Barry University for 2 years. So it was super spontaneous. I've never been down here, and now it's my life. But I'm very proud to be from Jersey. Like, it's a big part of me as well. But it was a
You just killed the mood.
move.
You killed the mood. You killed the mood.
I know.
I'm just kidding.
But I love it here. I truly, I'm grateful for being raised in Jersey, and it taught me a lot of morals and values and everything. But this is where, this is where my heart is.
Definitely. Awesome to hear that. So the next question I have for you: who is your favorite Dolphin?
Current or
Don't
former?
say Flipper. Don't say Flipper.
So actually, I have two. My all-time favorite player, you're gonna be like, what the heck? It's Anthony Festano, our former tight end.
Wow.
And you know what?
Okay.
Born and raised in Jersey, right? Big Italian guy, just like me. Went to Notre Dame, and he was a decent player. So I'd have to say, like,
Very reliable.
Right?
Absolutely.
He did what he had to do. He was like a Jake Long and, Brian Hartline. They came in when they needed to come in. Just a nice guy. You never heard him chirping on the sideline. He did what he had to do, classy. So he was like the first Dolphin that I ever, liked. Looking back on film, Jason Taylor would have been my guy. But after Anthony, it's probably Cam Wake. Like, I'm all
for
about
sure.
that. Like, they don't come like that anymore. He was very animated. So I'd say
absolutely.
Festano, JT, and then Cam Wake because it's number 3.
Definitely,
That's right.
definitely. Angel, you got any questions for her?
Well, I met you at Fan Club Weekend at Boat Campers, and I have a question based on your experience that day. If you want to tell for a lot of the people that weren't able to make it, just how was the environment? How was the scene? I want to just give your perspective.
Definitely. So Fan Club is probably my favorite weekend of the whole entire year next to my birthday and Christmas. It's a time where all the Dolphin fans from pretty much around the world come for a selected weekend. And it's really, you talk to these people on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, and then you meet them. And it's kind of equivalent to like meeting your pen pal from like years ago. And, we don't care where you're from, your profession, what color, shape, size you are. The passion that we have for the Dolphins, it breaks anything else. And
Facts.
that weekend, just to put names to faces and to, hug, especially hug now that COVID's kind of like, it was great. And I especially loved meeting the guys and the girls from Mexico, California, Atlanta, Charlotte, New York. It was amazing. And, it's sad to see them leave, but I have such a huge level of respect for them because, I'm fortunate. I live 25 minutes from the stadium. I live walkable distance from the Miami Heat Arena. And these people, like, they have to travel and they have to go through all this stuff to watch the game. And they're so passionate. And it was amazing. They're forever friends and families for me.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Let me ask you a question to follow back on what Angel said, because you were at the game this past weekend, correct?
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Thursday, yeah.
When Tua came out after Brissett, did you see a noticeable difference in the way the offense played?
Not
as far as
initially.
heart goes, not play calling. As far as like, did they seem like they wanted to play harder?
I didn't see it. I really didn't see it. Tua, we didn't even know if he was going to play, first of all. So it was good to see him come in. Now, if Jacoby didn't get injured, would he have went in? I don't know. I can tell you the stadium went crazy. The one thing that I didn't want to happen was in the stadium, I didn't want them to say, we want Tua when Jacoby is playing. You know what I mean? Like, Jacoby's there doing his job. He came in when he needed to do. So I kept praying, like, hey, if Jacoby ends up leaving, whether coach takes him out or he gets injured, don't let the I want Tua, we want Tua to come in before. But in regards to Tua playing, the guys love him. We love him. So I don't necessarily think that, different play call and the energy went up for the players, but the stadium went wild. It was like no other.
Awesome. That is great to hear. Gio, you got some questions for her?
I definitely do. So I love hearing the whole stadium. It sounds like from the TV watching it at home, you could see and hear how electrifying that stadium got for sure when he was
Wild.
trotting out the field. I think even before he ran the first play, he was trying to quiet down the stadium. That's how loud it was. So I guess my thought here, it is Jets hate week. You know, I'm sorry. I know you're from Jersey.
I hate the Jets. No, nothing to be sorry about. I want them to lose more than
Yes,
anybody.
yes,
No,
yes.
Jets are not like an ex-boyfriend to me. Like, I have no
That's
connection
awesome.
to the Jets whatsoever.
I love hearing that.
When the Dolphins signed Dustin Keller, that's the only thing that I liked when we signed Dustin Keller.
He was
Years
with us
ago.
for a short time, unfortunately, but that guy was going to be great for us.
I thought so too, and I was excited. I was excited when we signed Cortland Finnegan, Mike Wallace. So I feel like sometimes we sign players for their careers to die, but that's a whole other story. But no, Jets, there's no feelings there. It's zero. I promise.
Perfect. I think that makes everybody in the chat and in the panel happy to hear for sure. So my question is, what are you hoping to see out of our team on Sunday against the Jets? On defense, offense, in general. You could start off offense, defense, coaching. Take it. It's yours.
Okay. First thing I want to see is let Robert Hurts get that touchdown. Give Robert Hunt that touchdown. The boy wants the touchdown. He went like he was like, "Mama, I made it. I'm gonna do it. Let the boy get a touchdown. Whatever we have to do."
He juked somebody out of their shoes. Don't forget that one.
He wanted it so bad. So
He had that genuine smile.
On Sunday. However, that
He did.
touchdown, make it happen. Number two, I want that defense to be explosive. We stopped so many third down conversions against the Ravens. We're not talking about the Jets or Falcons, like an average team. We're talking about the Ravens. There's two teams in the league that I hate playing against: the Ravens and the Steelers. We
dominated them.
We did. They could not. They couldn't convert anything. So, number one, give the guy a touchdown. Number two, make that defense explosive. Xavier Howard wanted to get paid. We paid the man his money. Let him play to his full potential.
Mm-hmm.
Number three, let's start Tua. You know, we don't have a good sample size of him yet. You know, it's like bits and pieces. We're not going to get a full season from him right now. Obviously, we're halfway through. I want to see Tua, and I want to see the real Tua. Let me see that. And number three, give Gesicki the ball. He is so hungry. Those catches, you think he's Odell out there. Like, give Gesicki
He's
the
better
ball.
than Odell. He's
already crowned. He's already
At this point, he's way better than Odell.
And where's he from? Jersey.
Oh, okay.
It's from Jersey, and he went to Penn State. So that's another whole
Yep.
thing. But no, I mean, and then Waddle, I want to see more of Waddle. And the last thing I want to see is Sanders, right? I'm the first one to say Sanders is the best kicker in the league. And he's let me down a few times this year, especially when we needed him to come through.
That block kick.
Perfect. Give me perfect from him. So that's what I would like in a
Big
perfect
time.
world.
That sounds great.
Now, I wanted to ask you, so for everybody that doesn't know her, she has a lot of football knowledge. Like, she knows football. She's not just a regular fan that's like, oh, I like this player and I like the jersey and the color and all that. Yeah. Mind you, she's a girl, so she does. But
the old school jersey,
she
not
really
the new stuff.
right. But she really does know football. For the people that don't know, like, she knows the plays that are being called. She knows their A gaps and the running flats and all that stuff. So when you talk to her about football, she's gonna surprise you as if you can't tell already. So props to you for being a woman and definitely doing that, because we definitely need more women to be in the sport.
I appreciate it. Yeah, football, basketball, and baseball. I mean, it's such a big, of course, Christ number one, my family number two, but sports, it's such a really important part of my life, and it's a passion. And to share that with other people from around the world and different teams, I respect it. So talk sports to me all day, every day.
Definitely. Cap, I know you had something to say. You want to be the first one to ask a question. So I'm going to put you on there. Go ahead. Oh.
No, it's just, she's been around since the Greg Schiano days, back when Rutgers had that good defense. As far as Flores being a defensive-minded coach, with all the criticism going on now with the quarterback and the coaching situation, do you start to see a trend now with the Flores being more uplifted as a head coach for us moving forward, or do you feel like the coaching carousel right now needs to keep going on and the quarterback search?
Well, I'll tell
Are
you
you
one
comfortable with both positions?
If anyone's going to get fired in Miami football, it's going to be Manny Diaz. It's not going to be Coach Flo. I mean, you just came off a loss with FSU. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's going to be the first thing that happens. You know, the coaching that they love Tua, and I think if they trust in him more, everything will be fine. They're not letting him get those long passes. Yes, his middle finger's broken on his thrown hand. That is the obvious. But I think that if they trust in him more, let him run more running or throwing plays and, you know, QB sneaks, I think it's going to be fine. Offensive coordinator, I have my differences with them. But Coach Flo, I have a lot of respect for him. And I think that, you know, I know that the players respect him as well. And I think I don't know if he's the guy forever, but he's the guy right now.
That was a good answer.
Definitely.
But I just don't like after every game, well, when we were on that 6-7 game losing streak, he was like, got to do better coaching, got to do better coaching. It's like, all right, like 6
Keep
games.
getting the
like,
same response.
Same response. Exactly.
Gets old after a while.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, there's only so much a coaching can do, and it makes you wonder, like, what was going on in practices and stuff. But I do like Coach Flo. I think, you know, I mean, you got to remember, like, coaching down here, it's like a windmill. New coach, like, every season, it's exhausting. So
there's a lot of pressure from the Miami fan base, too.
We don't have that Mike Tomlin, or I don't even want to say it, but I'm going to say it, Bill Belichick or, you know, Andy and stuff. We don't have those long-term coaches in Miami, and I wish we did. It would bring more consistency, but we just don't.
Facts.
Yep.
Big John, you got something to say, bud? I see you over there contemplating.
First of all, shout out for her because she's from New Jersey, because that's where I'm from.
What part?
I'm from Elizabeth, New Jersey.
Bayway section, Jefferson Park, my family, but I'm from South Plainfield.
Across the Radiation River. Yes, I understand.
Yes.
Yes, I know. Anybody ever goes in there, you're not coming out. Let me tell you.
Nope, it's a one-way street.
They don't know, but they'll learn. Let's see. I unfortunately do not believe in Brian Flores. I just think. Well, I know people in the Dolphin organization that a lot of people don't know. I have a lot of other information. To me, Brian Flores is somebody who. He makes enemies before he makes friends. You say you like Coach Flo. What is it you like about Coach Flo?
I like that he brings the team together instead of dividing them. You know, when the whole Deshaun Watson thing was really, really hot with the rumors, he kept to his ground. He kept the guys together. He didn't let people sway. I do like his leadership style. I like him as a person. I like that, you know, he's big about the community. You always see him with Surfside and, you know, with the different areas around Miami and the food, feeding the kids and stuff. But I do like that he brings together that familyness and that communityness. Now, behind the locker room, I don't know. But he did, you know, he stuck to Tua. I personally didn't know if Tua was going to stay. Deshaun Watson, I don't know about you guys. I saw that more as a yes than a no. And if that didn't happen, Cam Newton was right there. So I don't want to say that, you know, Coach Flo believes in Tua, and you know, I respect that. But as far as Coach Flo, you know, I want a winning coach, but I also want a coach that keeps culture too. So,
I mean, the reason I'm asking you is because from where I was sitting, it seemed like he may not have let the team get divided, but it seemed like the division that was there, he was the one that was causing it. Because to me, if you're the coach and Tua's your guy, go out and just say Tua's your guy and get it over with. I don't
he
think
did beat around the
noise.
bush. You're right. He did. He did push. Yeah, you are right. You are right about that.
He beat quite a few bushes.
But is it him or is it Stephen Ross? Who do you is that Stephen Ross on his tail, or is it?
I say Ross.
From what I've gathered, from what I know, from who I know, it's not Stephen Ross. It's Brian Flores.
Gotcha.
That's what I've been told.
When we played the Jacksonville game in England, he was like up with his binoculars looking down. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Are we starting to keep, you know what I mean? Like I would say I'm more anti.
You got to think the guy's 80 years old. I mean, they're not going to make glasses that thick.
The money, you know? if he has a helicopter, I'm sure he can get some good bifocals here.
I'm with her there. I'm sure you can find a way to get it.
You're gonna tell me that guy doesn't have enough money to get a telescope? He could sit there and look.
Something,
Yeah.
NASA stuff. Give me something. But no, I mean, I'm a firm believer from the top, from an organization to the bottom, and I think that we're lacking in many areas up there, and I think Stephen Ross is a problem. And also Chris Greer. If anybody that I don't like, it's Chris Greer. There's many picks and stuff that, you think, look at all these picks we've had throughout the years. Minka Fitzpatrick, like, where'd that end up? Dion Jordan. You know what I mean? Like,
one day,
but I want you to think about
one day we're gonna have to talk off the air, and I'll explain to you what really happened with Minka Fitzpatrick that people don't know. They can't tell you.
I know. I'll tell you.
I'll tell you what happened. Everybody knows.
Do you know what happened with Minka?
I've heard rumors.
Okay, so what happened with Minka is Xavier Howard was messing around with Minka's wife.
Oh, I didn't hear that rumor.
So he said, well, it's either me or X or whatever, this, that, or whatever. And there was like this big conflict. So they told him, well, bounce, buddy. Sorry. Gotcha. And they kept Howard.
Well, let's just say that for the sake of purposes,
what is being said.
Those are alleged rumors.
Right.
Not saying anything like that.
The 305, anything happens here. I'm not
sure. I wanted to ask you, because you're a woman, I wanted to ask you, how would you have felt if the Dolphins made that move for Deshaun Watson?
Yeah.
I knew that was going to come up. And I've been on different podcasts and I've never been asked that before, but I always prepared myself for that question.
I'm glad.
Sorry to put you on the spot.
No, this is what I think about. So I find it fishy that 22 women came up at one time. Do I believe it's possible? I do believe it's possible, and I think he did it more than one, maybe two, but I don't think it's 22. I also believe that if he was that bad, the NFL would have already took a stance and would have done their own investigation, and there would be no talk of him whatsoever. They would have X'd that out, just like, they're doing other players and coaches when they're opening their mouth. I can tell you one thing. If Deshaun Watson came to Miami, our record would be different right now. We would be above 500. I'll tell you that much. But I'm also a firm believer, innocent until proven guilty. So I believe something was done. I don't want to be the judge. The judge is God, and let that be that. But I think that he would have been a good move for Miami if Tua wouldn't have came back.
Well, let me ask you a side question to that.
Yeah.
In the event, let's say you are Chris Greer and you're managing the Miami Dolphins, and everything was cleared up at the end of the season or in the summer, would you make that move regardless of the compensation?
With Tua in the picture still? Yeah, I would.
Meaning Tua would have to be traded. He's not going to stay on the team.
I don't think that's fair to Tua. I mean, if we brought in a player like Fitz again and have Fitz, model Tua, I think that's okay. But I don't think it's fair to Tua to bring somebody like Deshaun Watson and push Tua aside. Tua is not a Teddy Bridgewater. He's not a RG3. Like, he has potential. You have these players come up who are supposed to be this big hype, and they turn into, whatever. I don't think Tua's going to be that. I believe he's going to be something. I don't think he's going to be a Ryan Tannehill if and when he leaves Miami he's going to be a star like that. But I think that it's only fair that we do give Tua a shot and, take it from there. But Deshaun would have stole the spotlight. We would have had to give it to Tua. There's no way. We would have need like a very average quarterback to give Tua that help.
Okay. Definitely. Agreed. I agree with you. Now when it comes to the whole Deshaun Watson thing, would you wear his jersey?
So I'm very.
Would you go out and buy his jersey?
Not after the first season. I am not one to buy jerseys in the first season because.
Do you not see the jersey she has on?
Yes, I have the OG Dan Marino.
That's what I'm saying,
right, man.
Yes,
that's what I'm saying.
And people are like, "You ripped Dan Marino's jersey." I'm like, "I'm sure Dan would not mind the way I ripped it. Like, it is."
No, not at all.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, the people in the comments are letting us know. Don't worry.
So,
You're good.
I love wearing jerseys, right? I'm a huge jersey girl. All basketball jerseys. I'm a huge Red Sox fan, so I have Red Sox jerseys, right? I don't buy jerseys.
Jersey.
Right, I have. So I won't buy a jersey until I see a first season. So my jerseys, I have Festano, I have Kiko Alonso, Cam Wake. I bought a Mike Wallace jersey, and you see how that, whatever. I wouldn't buy Deshaun's jersey after the first season. I would give it some time, and if I feel like he's longevity, I'd buy into it, or I'd put it on the Christmas list.
You don't rip them all the same way, dude. That's a lot of waste of money.
I know. My closet's really it's really colorful with all my jerseys.
I do have a quick question.
Yeah.
You wouldn't buy a Javon Holland jersey?
Oh, I would. I want
That's
him.
the next one.
I want Gesicki. I want Waddle, but I have to give it a little more time.
Wait until Gesicki gets a new contract.
If they don't sign him soon, it's over. I'm gonna tell you, Pittsburgh and there's teams that are looking at him. They're looking at him.
They're gonna pick him up.
There's about 26 teams that would want him if we don't get him.
Now, 30.
Now, what they're saying is, well, they can franchise tag him.
He's gonna be franchise tag.
I want him for life.
I want him.
Miami right now.
I want a contract.
There's two players, right? One's the Heat. If you guys follow Heat, I want Tyler Hero for life.
That's right.
And I want Mike Gesicki for life. Give the white boys the money. I'm telling you. Those
Tyler
two
Hero's the
guys
future.
can be so much franchise
He is.
in Miami. So,
absolutely.
Hey, Gesicki, I want him forever here.
Absolutely.
Do you have any questions for each of us here on the panel? Do you have any questions? I know you're limited on time today, so do you have any questions?
So I want to know your score prediction for Sunday.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say, man, it's gonna sound like a homer, but I'm going to say, I'm gonna have to say 34-13.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Dolphins.
I'm at
points, my friend. That's a lot of points.
I think that's going to be the unveiling of the Tua show.
Tua time, the real Tua time. So I'm probably a little crazier, but I'll say 42-10 Dolphins.
I'm writing this down. I'm writing this down.
Write them down.
I'm not gonna give you an actual score, but I'm gonna say the Dolphins will win by 11.
Okay. I'm glad you can't say that because my score prediction, mine's 21-10. So it is 11.
You didn't tell me that.
21-10.
All right.
21-10.
The Dolphins will win by 12.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, 13.
Perfect.
Because you got the jersey on.
Yes.
21.
What about you, Big John?
13.
I was gonna say 24-7. I didn't even know she was that close to what I said.
24-7.
Put more than 24 points on the board.
Great minds think alike. And for the last one, if he stays on, Cap, can you hear us? Get yourself off mute.
He's still driving.
You're on mute.
He's on mute.
This traffic sucks, bro. Look, hey, 24-13, Fins.
I like it.
Wow.
That's 11.
Okay. That's a good one. That's a good one.
At 305 Sports Babe. Before you go, can you tell everybody in the comment section, please hit that like button, subscribe if they haven't, and also if you want to mention anything about your website, about you have the last few moments.
The floor is yours.
Definitely, guys. Show my boys support. Show them love. Great guys here, and definitely support them any way you can. I'm 305SportsBabe. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I have a great website, www.305sportsbabe.com, that has all your information about traveling to South Florida. You come down here, and yes, you're here for the game, but you also have a few days in between, maybe to, go to the Everglades, go to the casino, go to Wynwood. You're asking where to stay, different hotel recommendations. My website has it all. So please use it as a resource that, when you come down here, you don't feel overwhelmed, that all the stuff on my website has things that we like to do as locals. And also if we have family coming in, where we take them as well. So thank you for having me. Love to talk to you guys.
Definitely check it out. The website is well put together. It's not something
We're gonna put it up.
We're gonna put it up
for you so everybody can see it. We're gonna put it up for you so everybody can see it.
Thank you guys.
So I very much appreciate you coming on the show.
Thank you for your time.
Absolutely awesome.
Absolutely
awesome.
No, it's been amazing, guys. So talk soon and fins up.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Peace.
Bye, guys.
All right, so back to your regular premiered show. Anyways, so crazy, huh? Crazy
that was
how
interesting.
Much your football knowledge is.
That was interesting.
She knows her stuff, huh?
Yeah.
That's good to see. Like you mentioned, you know, we definitely. I think there was a poll. I don't know how long ago they made, and it said that as far as fan bases, the Miami Dolphins actually have the biggest women fan bases out of the NFL, out of all the teams out there, and we definitely love to see people come out and express themselves the same way we express ourselves on a daily basis. I know they have Facebooks, and I'm very supportive because that's what we like to see. I want to see perspective. I don't care where you're from, who you are. I like to hear what everyone has to say about this team.
Absolutely, absolutely. And to be honest with you, the women are way crazier fans than the men. Let me tell you, bro. They're way crazier. You think we scream and like, yeah, no, yeah, you're out of your mind, bro.
If you think I go crazy, man, I've seen it tenfold.
You got that right. All right, so
any excuse to party.
So for the title of the video, who is really calling the plays? We decided as a group to pick this title because I feel like it's not being talked about a lot. It's just kind of like, oh yeah, Flores calls the plays, or
being thrown under the rug.
The plays, right? It's not really being talked about to where we actually have the knowledge of what's really happening. From what I have read and what I have seen, now I cannot say that this is true, and I can't say that it is false. But what I have read was that Flores has decided to actually go back to the old style like they did last year. Now, in not last week's game, the week before last, he was actually calling some of the plays. But I think that he was teaching Boyer how to do it. So last week, Boyer was calling the plays under Flores's plan. Like, hey, if they do this, this is the play you're gonna run. If they do that, this is the play you're gonna run. So I feel like that's what Flores did with Boyer last week. And to me, it worked great. I also think that Flores is on the hot seat. I feel like Flores is fired already. As much as I hate to say it, I think he's fired already. I wish that he wasn't, and I wish that they would demote him and make him the defensive coordinator, so that way we can keep the scheme that we have going on. But I'm afraid that if they offer that to him, he's just going to walk.
Right.
I have an opinion on that.
He's been 16 years with one team, one guy. So the fact that he brought in all these rookie coaches is because he didn't have the experience or didn't have the ability to meet so many different people. So, of course, he hired all these rookie coaches because he didn't go across different teams and meet all these different types of coaches. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying. I just don't agree. That's not the reason why he doesn't have coaches. He has rookie coaches because I have it on good authority that Brian Flores is an alpha male who doesn't like to work with other alpha males. He likes to be the first, second, third, and final say. He played. I said it on Dono's show. He played the system. He didn't let the system play him. It's him and 15 rookie coaches. You think they're gonna fire him to elevate a rookie coach? No. So he played the system. Right. The system didn't play him. He played it smart. Now the problem is he doesn't have any coaches that have any experience to help out the offense. He's a great defensive play caller, but at the end of the day, think of it this way. What's going to happen? Everybody says fire Brian Flores, me included, okay? What's going to happen the moment you fire Brian Flores? You want to manager, you know he's going to go back to New England and coach the defense because he doesn't know anybody else.
Yeah.
So,
he'll get hired
exactly
by somebody
my point.
Coordinator for sure.
That's exactly my point.
I've always said that if they're going to hire a coach, I would want it to be either Jack Del Rio or Sarkisian. If you bring Steve Sarkisian in as offensive coordinator, I don't see how that could fail. Just because he was Tua's college coach, he wanted to coach Tua. Unlike him and Brian Flores, those two coaches see eye to eye. He knows Tua's deficiencies.
I'm glad you brought that up. Before I let you go, Big John, hold on.
I'm not leaving anywhere.
Before you keep going, I'm glad you brought that up because I want you guys to hear this. This is in regards to Tua. Now, does everybody know who Trent Dilford is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know Trent Dilford.
For those of you who don't know, please explain who he is.
So Trent Dilford, he's like, he's Charlie Fry's like best friend, let's say. Okay, Charlie Fry is the guy that coached Tua in the Elite 11.
It's actually backwards. Okay. Charlie Fry is Trent Dilford's friend. Trent Dilford coached Tua in the Elite 11, and he's the one that helped train Tua and helped Tua rehabilitate for the draft.
Right. Correct. Thank you. Thank you for correcting me.
He worked hands-on.
So I want you guys to listen to this. Okay. Let me take this.
This is interesting, guys. Pay attention to this.
Very, very interesting. I want you guys to listen to this. Okay.
I know you've been around the kid forever.
Can you hear it?
We've been talking about him for years.
Yeah.
What do you think? Are the Dolphins handling him properly? I know that's a loaded question potentially, but I want to ask it because it just seems, with kicking tires on Deshaun Watson twice, preseason, midseason, owner meeting him, doesn't start, banged up finger, comes in, wins a game. What does it all mean? Do you think they're handling him properly in Miami?
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. I mean, listen, Deshaun Watson, aside from the legal stuff, and I think that's been well documented if you can get those things settled, I think there's 20 teams that are kicking the tires or wanted to kick the tires on Deshaun. I mean, he's a generational talent. He's one of the best. Where he was playing, he's one of the best players in the league. He was up for the MVP in discussion early last year. I mean, he's a guy that everybody wants. Let's take the Deshaun thing out of it. Yeah, I kind of like how they're handling it. The best move they made as an organization was bringing Charlie Fry into their coaching staff. Charlie Fry is one of the great young football minds in all of football. He has really been the glue of that offense that's got it, all that cool stuff they were talking about last night. Mm-hmm. So I watched more of the Thursday night game last night than I'm watching any Thursday night game. And I was like, wow, they're doing some cool stuff on offense, even in the run game, because they're not very good running football, but they're trying to find ways to find creases in the run game. And you can hear Troy start to say, man, some of this stuff's pretty cool. Well, that's pretty creative. Oh, look what they did here. Then they run the cool little trick play. And, they're doing some stuff offensively that is pretty creative and pretty fun to watch. They're just not great. Right? They got, 27 tight ends and Waddle. And you don't even know the running back's names. I mean, they don't have a ton of offensive weaponry to deal with. So they're scratching and clawing, trying to be the best offense they can be. And they want Tua to play efficiently. And he played efficiently with a bad finger. He made some big plays in the fourth quarter. Pushed the ball down the field, I think, as much as he can right now. You can definitely see that there is a lack of horsepower right now with the finger, and then it got banged up again. But yeah, I like how they're handling them. They're trying to salvage this season. They're building an identity of defense, special teams, and an efficient offense. They're not going to be explosive this year, maybe not next year, but maybe in a couple years as they start drafting more towards offense. They got Gesicki, Waddle. They need a couple more, and I think they can be a pretty darn good offense.
Do you think Tua is going to be there? Do you think it's his future?
Again, at this point, things have gone so weird with the Deshaun situation. I don't know. I mean, I know they like him. Internally, they like him a lot. Do they love him? Are they dating him or are they married to him? And that's the question we're now for all these young quarterbacks as they hit their third year, fourth year. Are you dating them? Are they the hot blonde that kind of, you don't really mesh personality-wise, but you want to take her on a date? Or are they your wife like mine of 29 years that's hot and smart and a great mom and all this stuff? And I'm like, I'm married. Like, please don't leave me.
Right.
That's how these organizations talk about their quarterbacks. Are they Cassandra Dilford, who's a 10 in every which way? We want to marry this. We're going to pay you as much as we can. We're going to build an organization around you. Please don't leave me. Or are they the hot blonde? They're like, she's cute. Nice Instagram picture, fun movie, went to a nice dinner, but we have nothing in common, so if she moves on, that's fine. I think that's kind of, to dumb it down to its simplest form, that's the conversation within organizations.
And so Charlie Fry's great mind, was that his design, screen pass to the right guard?
Godsey's a good coach. They have other good coaches. I know that Charlie and Tua are very connected.
Yeah.
I know that most of this creativity, and you can just see it when you look at trends. When you start seeing jet motions and zone reads and RPOs and unique trick plays, the specials, that has Charlie Fry written all over it. But I'm sure it's collective within the offensive staff. They kind of do it like Jim Harbaugh does at Michigan, like some coaches do it, where it's a collective effort offensively. There may be a guy with the coordinator title, but they're all kind of piecing it together. But you definitely have known Charlie forever. I played with him. I brought him into 11, groomed him. You can see his offensive. In fact, you can go to Central Michigan, pull up plays when he was the coordinator. You saw him last night for the Dolphins. They worked. Remember when they ran that fake run play, tight end coming across the formation, hit him in the flat. This fly motion where they got the guy down the sideline because Baltimore wasn't adjusted to the fly motion, and they got the receiver down the left sideline. Like, those are all things he's been doing for years. He's very, very, very creative in the run, RPO, action game.
Now, I wasn't trying to drag you into.
So I just wanted to play that because it pertains to what was being said, and exactly what Big John was saying about Charlie Fry. Now, continue, Big John.
I think, in my opinion, I think he's the one calling the plays. I think it's a collective effort, but I think he's the one. If he's not the one calling the plays, they're using his playbook. I'll put it like that.
If that's the case, then why is it that we have a problem with him hiring other rookie coaches to do other tasks, but we're okay with this rookie coach doing that for the quarterback position?
So I think that changed in the second half of this game. I think the second half of this game, Flo had enough. Nothing was happening offensively, and when he decided, you know what, Tua, come in. Jacoby got injured. You're better right now. Both of you guys are a little dinged up. And I think right then and there, he gave Fry the full authority to go ahead and call his plays.
At the end of the day, I wanted to add something to with the Charlie Fry situation, and I wanted you to touch on that, Miami Sports Fanatics, because at the end of the day, you saw something, you called me about it, you told me something, and you just touched on, you harped on it. Tua, in that game, like you said, what was it that he was doing? He wasn't listening to what was in his ear. What was he doing? Tell everybody what he was doing, because you saw that.
And I was in my TV in my living room. He was not going to his wrist. He was not going to his plays on the wrist. He was not in the huddle listening to plays. He kept going to the sideline almost after a few couple plays. And that right there, and listening to this interview, that sparked me into that intuition, like, man, this offense looked completely different. And I think Trent Dilfer said right there, those few open plays where Isaiah Ford came open in the last in the end of the second quarter, and the same thing with Albert Wilson, those jet sweeps, and the fact that we stopped targeting the tight ends as much. Tua wasn't looking at his plays on the wrist. He kept going to the sideline. Charlie Fry was there. Jacoby was there. They were going through their things. That right there, I think, is a clear-cut indication that either Flo was fed up and gave full authority to Charlie Fry, or, something definitely changed there, and it doesn't look like Godsey's fingerprints were anywhere in the second half.
And to touch on that, Godsey, as we all know, because I maybe I'm getting it wrong, but correct me if I'm wrong. Our dual coaches that we have for this offensive coordinator position, you have Studsville and you have Godsey. Studsville was the running back coach, right? And Godsey is the tight end coach. And you just touched on something. Like everybody said, towards the end of the game when Tua was playing, we got it a little bit in the beginning of the game with Isaiah Ford. We did. We moved a little bit away from the tight ends. Now, granted, Gesicki was being hounded all day. That's why Gesicki produced nothing for me in fantasy. But he was hounded all day. But we moved on from the tight ends and we were distributing the ball to our receivers. There was definitely a change, whether it was in the third quarter, second quarter. We definitely saw a change, and I'm for it. And I agree. And I was actually the first person as far as the Flores situation. I've been saying this for about when I just saw the defense switched up. I came on and I said, I have a feeling Flores is calling these plays. And then the game right after that, I think it was an away game that we played, the last away game, and we lost. And then I saw
The
him and I
Bills
was like,
game.
this defense, New England,
The Bills game.
The
The
Buffalo game.
Bills game. The Bills game.
That's when I noticed a change on this defense. And then the very next game, you saw Flores out there. He had the plays, and he was covering his mouth, and you can tell he was calling these plays. He was calling this.
Yeah,
What's
but
going on,
my
Pete?
point is, if we're okay with Flores calling the defense in this last game, and we're okay with Charlie Fry being a rookie offensive coordinator, how can we complain about the coaching staff if they made a good move moving forward in that second half with a rookie offensive coordinator?
Let me say something. There's a difference between being offensive coordinator and trying things that nobody has done in the Dolphins' history in about 20 years in the offense, and try to open it up when nothing else is working, and having a rookie offensive line coach and having rookie offensive line. And that because that is the one position where you need to have the most continuity and you need to have the most security is your offensive line. Without the offensive line, you can't run, you can't throw, and you can't protect. So if you want to have a rookie coach at one position, I would prefer it to be rookie offensive coordinator as opposed to rookie offensive line coach.
Everywhere else, veteran.
But what I'm saying is, you guys are okay with that. So you can't really be all bitter about the whole coaching staff.
So the whole coaching staff is different. Like Big John is saying, the whole coaching staff, there's a difference. When you have too many new moving parts, there's a difference because there's not a lot of veteran savvy, right, on the offensive side to say, hey, that won't work. So what Big John is saying is that if you want a rookie offensive coach, the best part to do it is offensive coordinator, not everywhere else.
Okay, but here,
what's
going on, everybody? Thank you for having me up.
What up, Pete? What up, Pete?
I'm here to
Hey
talk now. I don't have to
guys,
show cards, baby.
real quick. Let's read Roadrunner's comment, guys.
Tua is our only chance this year to make the playoffs. I could care less about next year until we lose one more game. I agree with that.
I
It's
agree
one
with
week
that.
at a time with us, like right now. One week at a time.
Hit that like button.
But to keep
Hit that like button, guys. Hit the subscribe button, and please donate to the channel via Cash App. If you can, please hit that link at the bottom of the title. We would definitely appreciate that.
Everything helps,
Listen,
guys.
fellas.
We're trying to build this from the ground up. Anything you guys can give, much appreciated. We're starting. We doing big things, but it's a step-by-step process, as everybody knows. It ain't an easy business, but
you know what? I'm proud of all of you guys.
Pete, what are you gonna say?
No, that's what I want to say now. Forget what I was
going
gonna say. This is what I really want to say. I'm proud of you guys coming up here, giving us Dolphin content, giving us your mind, giving us your opinions, and creating this more, because this is only better for all of us, right? It's better for all of us. This is what we come up for. This is what we want. We're big Dolphin fans, and I've said this before. There's nobody bigger Dolphin fans than us on YouTube, because we all one day woke up, came to YouTube and said, bro, there's not enough Dolphin news out here. I need to find somewhere. And we came to YouTube. We found guys like TD, like Dougley, like Larry, and now you guys. And I got a feeling you guys are up next. Okay?
Shout out
to everybody. Boys. Shout out to everybody doing Dolphin content. I like what you guys are doing here. But today I joined late, guys, and I tuned in the middle of the Trent Dilfer conversation. So I pretty much know what you guys
missed the whole,
got going on.
The whole beginning.
You missed it, bro.
You missed the whole beginning. We had special guests.
But remember, this is the best thing about YouTube. We can rewind later, right?
That's right. That's right, baby.
So I'll definitely tune in and I'll catch the beginning of it. I'm mad that I was late here with you guys, but other than that,
better late than never, man.
I have a question for all of you guys, because I heard you guys talking about offensive coordinators, and that's the topic, and plays and run coordinator and pass coordinator and Charlie Fry. But the most important person into this situation is the actual person creating the play. Who do you guys think is the actual person designing the play for our guys? The guy created.
I think in the second half of that Dolphins game, I think it was Charlie Fry.
Fry. I agree.
I mean,
Did you not?
Big
Did you
John, what
not
do
see
you
the
think, Big John?
difference? Did you not see the difference in the plays
Um,
that were being called compared to?
I'm gonna answer the. I'm gonna answer the question and then add something to the end of it because Pete came on when I was gonna say it. But I think it is Charlie Fry at that second half looked like Charlie Fry's offense. And
Oh,
here's one
100%.
thing that I no- here's one
Didn't
thing
you
that I
watch?
noticed that
Didn't you watch Central Michigan? Didn't you watch Central Michigan play?
I've seen some highlights of it. That's what I'm saying. It looked like it was his offense. But if you notice, one of the major changes that not people noticed, or maybe they didn't catch, Albert Wilson was on the field the entire second half. Albert
Jet
Wilson been off the
motion
field.
all the time. Jet sweep motion, setting
Wasn't
up for
that you?
that big
Wasn't that
play.
you, Gio? Gio, wasn't that you? Matter of fact, on Larry's
Yes,
show a few weeks
yes,
ago, or
bro.
probably like a month and a
Yes,
half ago,
yes.
talking about these Jeep sweep. You know what I'm talking about, and
Jet
it's
sweep.
coming to fruition. So that's
Yes,
a
bro.
positive thing.
Yes,
People
But
don't
yes.
realize,
we've
and
all
I've
been
said this
ta-
before. Hold on.
we've all been
And I've
saying
said
it.
this before. If you go back to last year on Larry's show, when all of our wide receivers got depleted, I was like, bro, there's no way we can't use Jakeem Grant. We got to use this guy in jet sweeps. We got to keep this guy in motion. If that's the last resort we have to use him to his strength and keep him moving all over, left to right to left, slot, everywhere. Try to use him. And that's what they did last year. And you hit it on the nail this year. And now they did it with Albert Wilson. And that's what we need with these
Guy,
young
Big
kids out
John,
there.
how many times did they run Albert Wilson on that jet sweep motion until they noticed that the Baltimore's defense didn't jump on it? And Tua saw when that last play before that 65
Immediately.
yarder, he goes in motion, and who moves on defense?
No one.
Nobody. What does that mean, Big John, if the defense doesn't move and follow that runner?
Yeah,
Zone
no, you don't
coverage.
follow him. He's open. They broke in coverage, busted. That's it.
Tua
But
saw
so,
that.
but here's the thing too. When you
We've
move
been
somebody
we've
in
been
motion
saying
like
that.
that, I'm sorry, Big John. Go ahead.
We've been saying that we've been wanting them to use Jalen Waddle entire season like that because if you don't use it, that wildcat offense that actually could be very good for the Dolphins doesn't work. If you never hand the ball off to the guy running in the jet sweep, like that would be Waddle. If you never hand it off to him once or twice a game, it doesn't open the hole because you don't hold the linebacker.
No, this is
Mhm.
what I
You
was
don't
gonna
do
actually
Right.
say,
anything.
Big John. Big John, correct me if I'm wrong, but the fact that we're using the jet sweep and those little, keeping them in motion, when you snap the ball with the receiver moving in motion like that, that delays the rush. That kind of helps the
100%.
offensive line. So it
100%.
you know what I mean? So that's why I'm glad that they are doing it. Now, if I'm here to think or to come up with who is actually calling the plays, I'm gonna agree with all of you guys. I honestly think it has to be Charlie Fry because
Oh,
Charlie
man. Did
Fry.
Pete agree with us? Oh, my God. Hold on, guys. Hold on.
No, well, it makes sense. It makes sense because Charlie Fry was
He's gonna
also here
he's
for
gonna
Tua.
take a shot.
He needs to take a double shot after that one. But it's hard to disagree with that take, right? It really is because when you connect all the
Apple
dots,
juice.
it leans to Tua being there with Charlie Fry and Dumb, with that communication, trying to build something there, longevity.
And
Gotta
listen,
drink my apple juice.
I want to throw this
Gotta
out
drink
there.
my apple juice.
It's apple juice. I want to throw this out there. For a lot of people that now they're hearing this, and for them this is news. As far as the Charlie Fry situation,
That's right.
I don't want people to think that now instead of having two guys in his ear, Tua's has three, and I don't want people to have a misconception and just think that that's what's going on. Um, whether it's a dual thing, because I'm pretty sound off that Studsville has lost his duties as
I
far as
agree.
being an offensive coordinator.
I
And
agree.
I solely believe that it was Gotsey full fledged, and then now you're incorporating Charlie Fry, and it just sounds like a big what's that the thing with the Will Smith entanglement going on
Mm-hmm.
into his ear. So I just want people to see, look, if it's working, whether it's Charlie Fry solely or a duel, and or maybe Gotzi's the one play calling and final say now is Charlie Fry, whether whatever it is. Right now, let's see if it continues to work it the way it's working. Obviously, Tua's not completely healthy. Brissett is not completely healthy. But let's see how it goes because the defense. I'm sorry to tell everybody that's a hater out there. The defense is officially back. And
Yes.
we're getting a lot of production from these
4
young
weeks.
guys.
4 weeks stopping the run. 4 weeks stopping the
4
run.
weeks.
Actually, Batman, we're getting better production from the guys that stepped in, like
Yeah.
Javon
Yeah.
Holland. And what's
Yeah.
that other
Right.
linebacker name? Well, hold on. What's 57's name? Because nobody's really calling his name out. He's
From Houston.
57.
Yeah.
Riley.
Yeah.
Is
So
he the one?
Scarlett.
Scarlett.
One of them have been playing a lot of reps and been doing very well.
Brandon Scarlett.
Scarlett. He's been getting to the ball. But what I love about
Brandon Jones.
Oh, Brandon Jones.
Brandon
And Holland
bro.
are a dynamic duo, bro.
Yep.
They are a
Guys, real
dynamic
quick.
duo.
Real quick, before we get into this, because I want to remind everybody, let's go back to our last episode of Keys to Victory, right? I think we all were on the money with our Keys to Victory. Do you guys want to hear one of mine? And then you guys could probably say what you guys had. The only reason why I know what mine was right out the back is because I wrote it down. I'm a little, I'm a freak. Hey, EM, shout out to you, man. So one of my biggest keys to victory was actually not allowing Lamar Jackson get more than 50 yards rushing.
And what did he have? Like 40 something?
I think so.
Yeah.
No, I think he
I
had
think
30
so.
something. Did he have like 30 something yards rushing in total that whole game?
I'll let you know
Who
right now. I think
cares?
it was
Who
40.
cares?
but
He was
wasn't
averaging
nothing.
80. He was
was.
averaging, let me
80 a
see.
game. 80 a game.
Yeah, he was averaging like 86 yards rushing a game.
Look, I remember all week I was so confident that I was telling everybody we're going to beat the Ravens. We're going to beat the Ravens. Remember, I kept telling you guys, everybody, we're going to beat them. And the reason why I said we're going to beat them is because if you go
39
back to
yards rushing.
2019, 39, I knew it was in the 30s. If you go back to 2019, Lamar Jackson beat us in the pocket. And the reason he beat us in the pocket
He destroyed us.
Yeah, and the reason he beat us in the pocket is because Flores took away the run from him. And
Bobby McCain got beat all day.
And Minka did too on one play. But that was the first game of the season with a brand new coach, everything. You know what I mean? So I let that one pass.
We
but
got
what
spanked.
I seen, yeah, but what I seen from that was I know what Flores did. I said Flores came into this game, even though we lost, I wasn't really upset. I remember the score like it was yesterday, 56-10. But when I looked at it, I'm like, damn, Lamar didn't really do much with his legs, and that's exactly what he wanted to take away. Lamar
Make him
just
throw
got
the ball.
lucky. Yeah, Lamar got lucky connecting, and I didn't see that happening again. So that's
Because
why
we had the right people in the secondary this time, bro.
Yep. Look, and touching on what you were saying about Brandon Jones, I've been preaching, and the thing about me is a lot of the times, obviously, I go to the games, so I don't get to see the perspective from the TV, but a lot of people didn't see this watching it from the TV angle, and I'm right behind the field goal, and I'm looking, and I'm always seeing McCourty back there as the last line of defense, and every time somebody will catch something down the middle or in a corner, this man was afraid to tackle. This man was literally letting guys by. Whether you want to blame it on him or whatever, but if the guy's coming right at you and you can't even make a tackle or try to trip him, you're doing something wrong. And I kept
Teddy
saying
Bridgewater
this guy
did that too.
and it's messed up to say because I don't like to put players down, but I said our weakest link is on the defense is McCourty, and on the offense was Malcolm Brown. And what happened? The miracle happened. They both went into IR. And guess what? Everyone says that model that we use, next man up. Holland's got more reps. Obviously, we put Brandon Jones back there. Eric Rose getting less playing time. Brandon Jones is getting more of that playing time. And we're solidifying a secondary in the back because we know our corners are going to do work. We don't need them. Hey, Justin Coleman is stepping up. That's another guy that was pretty bad at the beginning of the year.
Big time stepping up.
For his name. And this kid is stepping up.
He missed an interception. He could have had two.
And he had one last game too on Sunday. Right? No, Sunday or the day before, I forgot.
Let me say, look, man. Everything is great. Everything sounds good. Everything's fantastic. But at the end of the day, it all goes back to one thing. It all goes back to coaching. Listen, we kept saying, at least me, I don't know about the rest of you because I don't know what you guys were thinking at the beginning of the year. When I sat there and gave Larry the numbers that I thought Tua was going to get, it was based on two things. Okay? You said you were going to utilize the speed on this offense to not let the defense stack the box. So here's my question. You finally used the speed last game. You haven't used the entire season. You haven't handed the ball off, used the guy in the slot. You haven't used the jet sweep in any effective form or fashion the entire season. You finally used speed for the first time the entire on Thursday.
Yeah, that was my key. That was one of my keys, man. That was one of my keys right there. You had to utilize Waddle. It makes no sense to have that type of weapon and not go deep.
And Big John's second point that he said was get Wilson
on top involved. But apart from that, you guys are talking about the defense. The problem is not that they never had a good defense. The problem is that you need to use your players at what they're good at.
Yeah.
Jason McCourty, none of these linebackers, as good as they played, let's not kid ourselves. None of these linebackers, as good as they played, are good in coverage.
Nope.
Jerome Baker cannot cover any one of us on the panel. What did they do? They blitzed him over and over and over. That's what he's good at. What does X and Byron Jones do? They played man. What did they play? They played man. If you know that you're deficient when you play zone, I play zone. If I'm going to have somebody beat me, you're going to beat me doing what I do best. If that's baseball and it's a fastball, you're going to have to hit my 99-mile-an-hour fastball.
Right.
If I'm playing football and we play man, you have to beat me playing press man. The moment you start switching up what you do well to try to combat somebody else, it's not going to work. Because why did the Jacksonville Jaguars beat the Bills? Because they have Miles Jack. He can run and cover. He can play
Josh Allen.
Yeah, and we have the same thing. And we have the same thing though, Big John, but not as talented. But we have the speed on the edge.
No. We wish. They can tackle, but we wish. Look, I love our linebackers. They Giggle, Baker, all of them. They wish they can cover 1/5 of what Jack and Josh Allen can cover in coverage. They can all go after the quarterback. They just can't cover.
But that's why I go and I preach, man. When the trade window was open, I mentioned it. I said, listen, if Jacksonville's selling, I said, why not reach out to them and see what you can get? Miles Jack is available, and you can get. Maybe it won't cost much, but even if it costs you a second rounder, you do it. This guy's a beast, and he, like you said, he's silent on the sideline.
Miles Jack is 7 times better. 7 times better than Jerome Baker. That's what Miles Jack is.
Would have offered Detroit Lions a first-round pick for DeAndre Swift before the trade deadline?
No, not a first. And remember,
at this point, yeah.
Yes, bro. That guy is a McCaffrey, bro. That guy can catch.
He's a beast.
He can run. Bro, that's the guy.
They could have went after Jamie Collins.
I wouldn't have given up a first-round pick for him, but I would have given it up for the left tackle.
Yeah.
How about this? Not before the deadline. How about before the Jacksonville game? I think that would have changed a couple turns.
For me, if we would have traded, in the aspect of trading, in the trade deadline, I would have gone after Mac from the Colts. I think he would have cost you a 4th or a 5th, and you would have upgraded this offense already.
You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. Probably less.
This is the thing with Tua. I honestly see him, being a very good quarterback if you give him all the weapons like he was at Alabama, right? And I got a call for that one. But listen,
timestamp it.
Real talk. A quarterback, all he needs is accuracy and time. You can hit anything in the field. So if that's what Tua is, he needs time and he needs everything elite around him, and then that's how he's gonna progress. Then by all means, that's what it'll be, right? We're gonna be.
Listen, we gotta be honest with each other, man. We gotta be honest with each other, man.
The way I thought about it was like this. Hold on, Gio. The way I thought about it was like this. When you go back to Tua in college, he had Najee, a 3-down back. That guy never got off the field. He also had Josh Jacobs, who Josh Jacobs had Najee on the bench. All right. So a 3-down back with Tua that never gets off the field could confuse the defense better. And he has to be a dual threat running back, triple threat, matter of fact. He has to check all 5 boxes.
Catch, run. Block, catch, run.
Block, catch, run, goal line, and long and short distance. He needs to have it all.
It all goes back.
Has that. And I think with Tua, with an all 3-down back, he will be a lot better. All this moving from Malcolm Brown to Myles Gaskin to Ahmed.
But at the end of the day,
and I preached on it.
At the end of the day, we said this before the season. I said, if you're going to get a running back, don't waste a draft pick. Once they took the 2 running backs and we didn't grab one, I said, go get Mark Ingram. Mark Ingram would have been an incredible 3-down running back from Alabama who can run the RPO and he can block. And that's the one thing we don't have. We don't have right now. I love Gaskin. He's a great player. He can move. He gets more yards than you would think, and he's hard to tackle. At the end of the day, there's not a single running back in our running back room that can block anybody coming off the edge.
Well, we don't know that yet because we haven't given Dokes a shot yet.
Hey,
that's
the
what
Ravens just
Well, I agree, but we're talking about the ones that play. Now, we're not talking about practice squad. I would have brought up Jared Dokes. He would have been playing a whole year. If it was me.
Long time ago.
I would have never brought in Malcolm Brown and let him play with Jared Dokes. That wouldn't have happened if I was coaching.
Would you take a run at Le'Veon Bell?
No, he's really lost a step. And
see what I'm saying?
Before he got assigned by the Ravens, I was like, well, I would rather have Le'Veon over Malcolm Brown. But at the end of the day, I remember on other platforms, people were like, oh, but Malcolm Brown can block, and he can do this. And I said, listen.
Malcolm Brown can't block.
Cap, I know it's preseason, but you were there with me in the training facility, and we were watching this kid.
I've been saying this since, I don't know. Yeah, we said, what is this guy doing on the field?
And I remember I said this kid needs to be on this team. I don't care if you're gonna put 4 running backs, put him in, because at the end of the day, this kid, he said it before he got drafted. So if you don't want your quarterback to get hit, put me in there because I can block. And then we were watching highlight tapes, I remember on Larry's channel, and we were watching this kid in college. And I know college is one thing, NFL is different, but this kid was catching one-handed catches, and I was like, this guy reminds me a little bit of a Ricky Williams. Now, man, that's a stretch. So no disrespect to Ricky, but he reminded me. He ran with some brute force.
Who are we talking about? Hey, my phone's breaking up. Who are we talking about?
Jared Dokes, the running back. The running back that we got in like the 7th round.
The thumper.
The running back out of Cincinnati.
Yes,
the running back out of Cincinnati.
Yes.
Yeah. I thought you meant Malcolm Brown. Malcolm Brown hasn't done anything since he's been
No, but that's what we were fighting, because I was like, Malcolm Brown doesn't deserve to get this $3 million that he's getting from this team when you can get, if not better, production from Jared Dokes. But a lot of people were like, well, you need somebody there with experience. And I said, okay, that's cool. But if Malcolm Brown hasn't shown you anything, why keep him? And I get you're paying the guy. You might as well, but why keep him and give this kid a chance? See, that's the one thing I preach on. There's 3 guys that I really wanted to see. And even if we were losing or we were winning, I still wanted to see them. One of them, hands down, I really wanted to see Jared Dokes. I want to see what the hype. I want to see what the hype is about. I really do. What the hype is about with Trill Williams, because the kid was making a whole lot of noise in the preseason. And even
he was making noise as corner, and then they moved him to safety, right, Batman?
Right, they did. And I was like, I wanted to see those 2 guys, and then the 3rd guy, right now, because of injury, he has gotten the opportunity, and that's Javon Holland. He's playing more reps, and the kid is producing at an extremely high level.
That kid's a monster, bro. That kid could cover. He could hit.
And I hate to get into the whole Javon Holland talk because we did that last show. But those are 3
Pete made fun of me. Pete made fun of me. Do you remember, Pete?
What's up?
You remember when we said if we're gonna have Jerome Baker on Lamar all night, and I said you could put Holland on Lamar Jackson, and you laughed at me.
No, I didn't, bro. I was here. I was the one that said we're gonna use Holland.
We can hit
on those
rewind. We
blitzes.
can hit rewind. That's the beauty of these shows, man. As
Okay.
soon as I mentioned you could put Javon Holland on Lamar Jackson, you laughed at me.
I probably
Well,
did,
look, he's sorry for hurting. He's
but,
sorry for
but I
hurting
was
your
probably
feelings.
agreeing with that. Probably laughed because I said that. But I said that. I said we're gonna use Javon Holland on the blitz. We're gonna
That
use him
kid
the
is
same way
quick, man.
we did
That
against
kid is
Houston
quick.
with that
You
Tyrod
guys
Taylor kind
wanna-
of helped us and warmed us up. You don't remember that take when I said that?
Bro,
Tyrod
Did you
Taylor warmed us
see?
up
Did you
to
see
the
that
Monday.
tackle?
Bro, when he broke on the ball,
Did you see that tackle? Did you see that tackle on the opening drive of the
Nasty.
Ravens? That guy didn't want
Nasty,
to run
bro.
anymore.
On the sideline? On the
That
sideline?
guy didn't want to run
Did he hit
anymore
Buddy?
after the first play.
Forget about it. Let me tell
Nasty,
you guys something.
bro.
You guys want to talk about running backs, right? The running back that surprised the crap out of me. And if they would have kept going to him, I think we would have lost the game. But Devontae Freeman from the Ravens, he still showed speed, burst, and everything, bro.
Big
You guys know
time.
he's from Miami. He
Big
went
time.
to Central High.
Yeah.
But did you
Big
see
time,
it, right?
bro.
He showed burst, acceleration, everything, bro. I seen it. I was like,
Big
bro,
time.
this guy's no wonder he starts over Le'Veon Bell. He's better.
And he's been
I
around
can't
for a
believe
while.
we missed on him.
Let me say two things. I'm gonna say one thing, and then I want someone to answer the question I have. First of all, if we were to get Le'Veon Bell, this entire offense would change, and it would change for the better, not for the worse. Not because Le'Veon Bell is going to get you 4 yards a carry, but because when you're playing football, the name Le'Veon Bell still carries weight. When you play fake to Le'Veon Bell, the players recognize players. Coaches can say whatever they want. We all think Cam Newton is washed up. Go to a player in the NFL and ask them what they think of Cam Newton. They're going to tell you they respect his skill even to this day. I think Le'Veon Bell and the Dolphins would make them have to literally come up and defend the run, even if they do fake it. Because I don't think when you fake the ball to Myles Gaskin or you fake the ball to Ahmed, nobody cares.
They don't
The
respect
defense
that.
isn't great. They don't care. Now, I have another thing. I have a question. Do you guys think Will Fuller will play another game this season?
I think so.
No.
Yeah, he's coming
No, I
back.
don't think so.
100%.
I think he's gonna. I
100
think he's gonna be back after this game.
I think he'll be back after this game too. I agree with you.
Or,
It's just a
or
broken
if
finger.
not
He's
this
been out
game,
enough.
if not this game, after the bye.
I think we'll get him.
I don't think so.
We're heading into week 11. If you're saying after the bye, Gio, that means he's missing another 4 games. I don't see that
Could be
happening, bro.
possible.
I'm just sorry.
But if he's not back
No, I
after
don't
the
see him
Jets,
missing another 4 games.
I'm going to
If
make
that
a
guy
prediction.
misses another 4 games, listen. If that guy misses another 4 games during the bye, I'm going in his locker and I'll empty it out for them. I'll do them that favor.
Yeah.
Okay.
A free clean out.
I'm gonna
Because there's no way, bro.
I'm gonna
My dog.
I'm gonna make a prediction. I think if he plays again, he's not gonna play this game against the Jets. They already said that. They said he's getting close. If he plays game 12, which would be the one after the Jets game, and he plays all the way to the end of the season, Will Fuller will have at least 5 touchdowns by the end of the year.
I wouldn't be surprised. I do definitely think my prediction is he'll be back after this game.
I'm telling you now because he's going to open up. Everybody talks about speed and opening up the offense.
He dictates coverage.
Exactly.
He dictates coverage.
And if you put him and Albert Wilson and Jalen Waddle on the field, they're all fast with Gesicki. So somebody's going to be open.
100%.
The problem is nobody's afraid of Preston Williams. I'm sorry. He's too injury prone. I didn't see
He can't catch a ball to save his life anymore.
No. And he did so good. I thought he was going to be a great receiver, man. I thought he was going to be a great receiver. But the guy just...
That's what happens. That's what
fast.
happens when you that's what happens when you spend money on Doge. Like that.
Big O's gonna use your video, Big John. He doesn't like Doge. He's gonna use your video, man.
EM, it was in the beginning. It was at the very beginning of the video. You're gonna have to go back and look at it. But it was
305 SportsBabe.
Thank you.
Yeah.
305 Sports Babe.
Shout out to her.
Watch it, EM. Hey, EM,
She
why don't
was
you jump
waiting.
on here, bro? I got some questions for you, EM. Jump up on here.
Is no one wanting to come up with us or what? Where's Ennis?
I put it in there. No, and this is working. He was trying to come up, but it was working.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What happened, EM? EM, you scared to come up here? I don't bite, bro. Come on.
Yeah, for real.
Big John will let you finish, man.
I'm here, Big John. What's up?
He finished. Where you at?
I'm lagging, bro.
Be careful, Pete.
I wish I could be.
Be careful with Big John, Pete. Be careful.
Damn, man. I said I'm on a big delay.
Yes, EM. I'm calling you out, EM. I'm calling you out. I want you to get up over here.
Guys, hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. If you can, please help us out with some donations via the Cash App link at the bottom of the title.
Facts. Guys, listen. What's happening right now with Miami Football Talk? I'm making Miami Football Talk its own network, and under this network, we're gonna have a bunch of different things. So as of right now, what we have right now is Fanatic Mondays or Tuesdays at 8 p.m.
Phinsnation Miami.
Phinsnation Miami at 8 p.m. every Tuesday. So I'm glad you guys come out here every Tuesday and support the show and come out here and talk to us on the chat and come up on the show. I'm surprised none of you have came up now because usually everybody got something to say and now everybody's real quiet. I don't know why. Somebody's scared.
I don't know why my homeboy is afraid to come up. I thought EM would have been the first one up here.
That's what I'm saying. EM said give me 5 minutes. EM said give me 5 minutes.
I thought EM would have been like, listen, Big John, hold on, homie.
Yeah.
Relax.
Tell him to his face. Tell him to his face.
Are you calling me out? Okay. Let's get it. What's up, fellas?
What's going on?
How's it going, man?
Oh man, just tired, bro. Tired. Been working all freaking day, man. Just exhausted, man.
Yeah, I got something for you. All right.
What's up, man?
Throughout these couple years, okay, this year, last year. Let's just say this year, last year, because that's what really matters.
It's relevant.
Between last year and this year, do you really think that Greer is the problem?
Well, yeah. To answer your question. Hold up. First,
why?
Hang on.
Let's let EM talk. We're like every other show. Right.
Can I please explain myself?
You got the floor.
You always can, man. That's one thing we want to do in this channel, EM. Everyone finishes what they're gonna say.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Look, to answer you, a simple answer is yes. However, and y'all know how I feel about Chris Greer, bro. You know, I think he hasn't, since he's had absolute power. I just don't think he's maximized his position in terms of draft capital. I don't think he's been the most responsible in terms of his free agency investment in players. I just think, he hasn't. I just think he's fallen short, bro. And you look at the ineptitude of this organization the last 15 years, bro. Greer was a big part of that. A big part. I'm not saying he had total power, total control, but he was his voice rang loud in that scouting department. And so, I'm not blaming 100%. He doesn't deserve 100% of the blame. However, considering what the players that was available when he took power in 2019 and the players that we missed on, I mean, when you go over the players that were available that we could have easily selected, I mean, we could have been in a position where we could have had a potential dynastic situation on our hands right now if he would have been, if he would have just made better picks. And again, to answer your question, yes. However, I will say this. if a lot of it looks like this year's draft, it appears his top picks, Waddle, Jalen Phillips, Javon Holland, it appears that he's hit home runs on those 3 picks. So now, to answer your question, yes, but I'm going to have to dial that criticism back just a little bit, because he's getting immediate contributions from those guys, which he hasn't. He hasn't done like in 2019 and 2020, bro.
And
so guys, hold on. Before EM answers your question, sorry. Ines, I just want everyone to feel like we read their comments. Big John, I think Ines wanted to know where he can watch old games. I think Ines wanted
the website.
I'll put it in the link, or I'll give it to you guys. You can put it in the link later on.
Okay.
Let me say something, EM. I think you mentioned this. You mentioned this on another platform, because you were talking about Greer the other day, and as far as Larry did the same thing about a week and a half.
Can y'all hear me?
Yep. I think he was going to say a week and a half ago.
Back to what I was saying. Okay, so let's talk about Greer for a second. How many players has Greer picked up and brought into the organization that our coaching staff has said are not good enough, or we have better players here or there or whatever, and have gone to other teams and have excelled?
Well, okay, first off, I think hang on.
I think excelled's a big word.
I would agree. I would agree. Okay, it's too early to say. It's too early. You're talking about Jermaine Illuminor and you're talking about Matt Skura, bro. We're talking about 2 games, right? And y'all already put him in the Hall of Fame. Come on.
No. I think Illuminor.
Let's wait and get a bigger sample size before we can say they actually went to a team and actually excelled. Give them to the end of the season.
I think Illuminor has been a plug-and-play start and pretty effective for the offensive line. But the reason why I was careful with the word excel is because other players like Charles Harris, he's playing better than what he was with us. But
2 games. It's 2 games now. 2 games.
Correct. Which is why I want to be careful. I want to be careful with the word excel. But Illuminor.
He's been on a milk carton for the last 3 games. Come on.
We did drop the ball on a position of need that we have right now, and let him go to Las Vegas Raiders, and we could be using him right now. Other than that, not too many players are moving the needle. They're productive, but they're not home runs.
I think Chachi, look, bro. I didn't say, like I said, I'm not assigning 100% of the blame to Greer. It's not all of his fault. I think it's several reasons why we haven't had the season that we had. I think Flores deserves some blame. However, I think Flores has been better at his job in the sample size that we're given since 2019 than what Greer has been at his since 2019 and longer. So if there is a move to make, if I'm Stephen Ross in the offseason, because of the misses that he had, in particular at the top end of the draft, 1st and 2nd round picks, Greer would go.
Okay,
let me say one thing, and Big John, I want to hear your answer to this, because I'm really interested. Everybody answer this a little bit, because I think I heard you guys say that Flo should get fired. I'm gonna say this.
I didn't say I think he should get
Flo's
fired.
not going anywhere.
Let me just say this. I think every once in a while people are allowed to make mistakes, right? So, and I'm gonna keep saying this. I'm gonna keep pounding in on this. I think I say this almost every show. Flo made a mistake in the beginning of the season, relinquishing play calling duties and allowing other coaching staff members to take control, a little bit too much control, and he took a step back to oversee the entire team. Now, that works after you've been a coach for an X amount of years. I mean, you still have some young coaches out there that don't even do that. You got Sean McVay still till today. I think I talked to Big John about this on Sunday. You have Sean McVay that's been a coach for, 5 years? And that guy is still calling the offensive plays. Now, one thing that I'm going to say is this. Greer made a mistake. He's making up for it in the last 3 weeks. Now, if for some odd reason we do have about 2 really tough games remaining on this schedule, every other game is winnable. If we're able to somehow, some way, turn the table in these last 7 games, I have a feeling that under these conditions, guys, Greer and Flo will be back with the condition that we are going to get an experienced coaching staff, whether it be an experienced offensive play caller or Charlie Fry as the offensive play caller with experienced coaching staff around him.
All right, you done giving me that beautiful explanation you gave me?
That soliloquy. Yeah.
They're staying regardless, man. They're staying regardless. You're talking about making history.
All right. First of all, it's not that me and them agree on everything. We just have a habit of looking at things for what they are. First of all, Chris Greer, he deserves some of the blame, but not all of the blame, because a lot of the picks that Chris Greer made were Brian Flores picks. They weren't Chris Greer picks. Okay? That's first off. That's the beginning.
That's not 100% confirmed, but go ahead.
Hey, Hunter Long is all the confirmation I need, bro. But anyway, we'll keep going. On top of that.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
The reason why I have said that I do not think that Brian Flores comes back next year, first of all, it's got nothing to do with Brian Flores as a person, even though as a person, I know he's an asshole, but that's just neither here nor there. The bottom line is this. With the situation he has, that he is the alpha male or wants to be the alpha male of alpha males, and instead of being Brian Flores, he wants to be Bill Belichick, South Beach. The problem is that
you see, Big John.
All coaches do. All coaches do.
I get it.
No. But Big John, I understand you. Trust me when I tell you, but I want to let you know that you are so wrong at this. I want you to know that the alpha male that lost. Listen,
told him privately.
You already told him, Ian. The alpha male that lost the room is Christopher Greer, bro. He is the alpha male that lost the room. Flores stepped up, and now he's taking charge. That's what's going on right in front of your eyes, bro. You guys got to see things in black and white sometimes.
If that's the case, fine. If that's the case, fine. We'll go with that. But at the end of the day, there's a problem. And the problem is that, in my opinion, from what I've seen, unless he shows Brian Flores is not going to be able to assemble any staff with any experience because nobody wants to come play for him.
He doesn't know anybody, bro. He doesn't know anybody.
And
I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
Who does he know? He's been under Belichick for 16 years.
Wait. I'm not. I understand.
It doesn't. Okay. Hold on. It doesn't matter who doesn't he know. All right. He came in. Nobody knew him in 2019. Right. He made his own name with one of the worst rosters, worse than Detroit's roster this year, bro. And look where Detroit is. Would you guys agree? Our roster in 2019 was worse than Detroit's right now.
I would agree.
And Flores found a way. That's where he got his respect. Following year, going back to last year, he earned his respect. Okay, Flores is the man over here. I'm trying to tell you guys, bro.
Listen.
The defense.
We would have been in the damn playoffs if y'all had been bitching all last year wanting to see Tua. We would have been in the goddamn playoffs last year. But y'all wanted
how
to
many
see
times
Tua
did I fight with you?
And it cost us a goddamn playoff burger.
I agree. Ian, how many times did I fight with you early on in the year last year about this Ryan Fitzpatrick, and I had to eat my words? Remember?
I remember all of y'all, Miami Football Talk too. I remember you too, Chachi, hating on Fitz. Y'all, I've been telling y'all all along. Y'all
I blame Fitz for everything that went on. I hate Fitzpatrick.
All of y'all. I I might have you confused. Hang on. I think I might have you confused with Batman. I think he was hating on Fitz too. Am I correct, Batman?
Yeah, no.
Was that you?
You're crazy.
The thing about
But
Fitz, this is the thing
you
about
gotta love me because you know I admit everything.
Thank God I didn't know you guys last year, man.
the man was
you're crazy.
I never, at no point whatsoever did I ever call for Fitz. This is the thing, though. I like Tua and I respect Tua, and I always speak so high of this kid. Prior to the season, I
do too. I
remember.
Tua too.
Yeah, I love Tua as well. I keep the receipts. I remember you and Reason throwing this block party when we got Tua, and listen, I remember that. I was there too.
Joey, relax. Come on in. Hit that stream. Jump on.
Oh, Joey says he got some breaking news. My family's close to Ricky. Oh wow.
Oh my God! Come on, Joey.
Come on, bro.
Come on, man.
Back to what I was saying. Okay. Listen.
Hold on.
Let me finish what I was saying. Okay. Give me what I was saying. If Flores was so, Flores made this persona that he made a mistake and he fixes it real quick, right? He made the mistake, okay, of not playing the defense like they should for 6 fucking weeks.
Okay, I hear you.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
But listen.
Nah. Don't do that shit over here, bro. This is grown men over here. I don't want to hear on this channel. We can't curse. I don't want to hear that crap. Please, guys. Go ahead.
Listen, I have a theory.
Chachi's breaking his rules.
Listen. The reason why I think we saw such a lack of aggression in the play column, because I think Byron Jones and I think X were compromised physically. You remember, really, I've heard privately they should even been on the field, to be honest with you. But they didn't have any other alternatives. Who else you gonna put out there?
No way, Bernardi.
So I think they're getting healthier. I think they're getting healthier now, and I think we'll continue to see that aggression in terms of blitzing and all of that, the zero coverage and all of that. So.
Not only that, but the rookies are playing good and they're getting more time. Holland.
But that's what me and EM are saying. When you put them in the position, when you look, me and EM will tell you from now to the year 2050, Jerome Baker cannot cover a statue. He can't.
On a good team, Jerome Baker is the third best linebacker in a good team.
You've been compromising the linebacker.
You underestimate Jerome Baker so much.
You know what?
And I don't know what to tell you, Big John.
In terms of criticism of Byron, in terms of criticism with
X and Byron,
Brian Flores, that's his biggest blunder, in my opinion. Making it Jerome Baker a $10 million linebacker. His biggest
Facts.
So y'all know I've been saying that 3 years ago. Y'all already know that. So
I kind of disagree. He brings extreme. Hold on. I truly think you guys are wrong on the Jerome Baker. I don't think. Listen, hold on.
You let it smack down on Lamar.
I've seen him.
I will bounce Baker, bro.
Time out. Let Pete say, because I want to add to that. Let Pete say something.
There was 2 things that I needed to see from Jerome Baker. One, no more missed tackles. When he came in as a rookie with Raekwon McMillan, that was his issue. He was missing a lot of tackles, one-on-one situations in the coverage. Now he gets the pass caught on him, but he immediately makes that tackle. That's important. I understand we want him to be a cornerback, but the biggest thing with Jerome Baker is his versatility. You can line him up anywhere, and that's what Flores is doing.
Pete.
Yeah, he can cover a matches, man.
But wait, let me finish.
I want to add to
it. Let me finish. My thing is with Jerome Baker is, to me, this is my opinion, he is the best all-around linebacker that we have on this roster.
That's a fact.
Okay?
That's a fact.
That's clear to me.
I think
he is the best
Duke Riley's better than Jerome Baker. I think Duke Riley's better than Jerome Baker. Go ahead, Pete.
When we get that better linebacker, that 1 or 2 better linebacker that we thought was going to be in Brian McKinney this year, for some reason it didn't happen.
Put an alpha linebacker.
When you take the heat off of Jerome Baker, where guards are pulling to him, keying on him, this is creating him to be a lot easier. He's not big and strong, but
he'll be better. He'll be better if we actually
let him finish. Let him finish. Let him finish.
Duke Riley, and Landon Roberts.
Go ahead.
All right,
Brandon Scarlett, and Landon Roberts, Duke Riley. Ever since those guys have been playing, and they're free agents, mind you, Baker has had room to roam around the field. You can't just
let me ask you.
Because I wanted to add to what he said, and Cap, who are those guys though? On paper, who are those guys? So
Jerome Baker. Who is Jerome Baker?
He is saying has a lot of factual info.
No, it doesn't.
If you put a Miles Jack next to him, you don't think his play is going to elevate?
But that's the point. That's the point. Jerome Baker is not. Jerome Baker should not, in a traditional defense, he should not be your best linebacker. Jerome Baker, if he was our number 2.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I agree there.
Should have paid Agba. I agree with you.
Listen. It's not a coincidence if you go back to last year, okay, midway through the season, when they took Jerome Baker out of that primary role as the guy in the middle of this defense, and they replaced him with Kyle Van Noy and Landon Roberts and others, the defense improved dramatically. Look at this year. They took him out of that primary interior role, right? The last 4 games. Is it coincidence that the run defense has improved dramatically? You think?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
And Raekwon Davis being back, Ian. And Raekwon Davis being back.
Hang on.
Facts, Ian.
Can I finish? May I finish, please? May I finish?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. Look, here we go. Jerome Baker is fast. He's athletic, but he's not. Name me one thing that he's. I mean, really, I'm not joking. I ain't trolling here.
He listens. He listens.
Oh my God. Name one thing that Jerome Baker's good at.
He's improved every season. He's improved every season.
How? I'm asking you.
You can see it though, but look, you have
goes after the quarterback.
No. I'm asking you. Now, see, now we're gonna get in the film room a little bit. I'm asking you specifically. Has he got better shedding blocks? Has he got better in playing through traffic?
Has he got better? Play side to side, DM. That's what I like. We need that speed.
Has he gotten better at
but this is my thing. But Ian, this is my thing.
He got better in coverage.
But listen, EM. You see, that type of linebacker is a downhill, hard-hitting middle linebacker.
That's what they're paying him to be. That's what they're paying him, bro.
They're paying that's where me and you maybe might disagree. They're paying him because of what he brings with his versatility, how much of a hybrid player he is.
But
that's what people don't want to come into consideration.
But he's not really a hybrid player.
When I go back and I'm thinking right about a linebacker that he looks like, I don't know if you guys could agree with me, but he reminds me kind of a little slimmer DJ Williams when he was connected with Al Wilson in Denver. When Al Wilson was middle linebacker and DJ Williams was next to him on that 4-3. Now, mind you, it was 4-3.
That's
DJ Williams was excelling. Albert Wilson got hurt. He left out of there. DJ Williams was not excelling anymore because he had to take on the bigger role, and that wasn't his role. He was a really good linebacker. He came from the U, but when he had to take on the lead role as linebacker, he couldn't handle it with all the pressure it comes with guards, centers attacking you. That's the issue, and he's not going to beat that ever.
Linebacker.
I know that,
but what are you talking about?
The thing is, EM, you're. It sounds to me you're mad because he's not a very good middle linebacker.
Pete, what happened?
That's
Pete?
the point. Is that not his job, Pete?
But EM, when we go back,
this is easy. I'm gonna show you how you get rid of this right now. Okay, I'm gonna show you how you get rid of this right now.
God,
They're paying him that money to be able to be a run stop, right? To be able to stop the run. Can he stop the run better than
3-down linebacker? That's what they're paying him to be. That's what they're paying him to be.
Is he better than Bernard McKinney?
Let me ask you: if Bernard McKinney was good, why doesn't he have a job? Why doesn't he have a job right now?
He's in New York right now. What are you talking about?
He's in New York. He's in New York.
Right. What are you talking about?
He's on the Giants. What are you talking about?
What I'm saying is,
guys, the easiest question is this. The easiest question is this.
Have you seen any McKinney film, bro?
I did not want McKinney to be cut on this team. I didn't want him to be cut. I'm still shocked that we cut him. But at the end of the day, look at our linebacker unit right now. he is our best linebacker, and he doesn't have another alpha guy next to him. He had Cal Van Noy last year.
So what does that tell us?
No.
He had Cal Van Noy last year, and listen, what he got that contract based on for the first time Brian Flores got his hands on him, and he said, I can groom this guy because I can see something special in him. And we paid him. We did pay him a lot of money.
How the hell does that work? How does that work?
We did pay him a lot of money, but we didn't want him to just keep going on track of what he's doing and then pay out and have to pay him more money. At the end of the day, I agree. He got too much money, but that's not what we're talking about. What we're saying is right now, Andrew Van Ginkel was on pace to get a contract on this team right now. Well, this season he's playing pretty good, but it took him a while. He got 2 sacks already. He ain't doing too bad. But
no.
Pay attention, Batman.
Andrew Van
Ginkel only looks good with Raekwon Davidson.
Hang on. Andrew Van Ginkel, in my opinion, is our most versatile and best all-around linebacker.
I'm with you. I'm with you there. And I'm going to say this. He's better coverage. He's better in coverage than Jerome Baker.
One thing I want to see moving forward for the rest of the season, I want to see if they actually move him inside. Because I think that's his natural position to me.
Think about it like this. If you're sitting there and you're saying that Jerome Baker is the best linebacker we have, what does that tell you?
That's scary.
That's why we have the worst linebackers in the league. That's why we have the worst linebacker in the league right now.
Come on.
Can I say something? Can I
go big John?
I'm killing.
Nothing about Brian Flores.
All right. No, it's not Brian Flores. I had to. My phone was acting stupid. So, but at the end of the day, what I was going to say, what me and them were saying, is that what you just said. If Jerome Baker is your best linebacker, what does that say about your linebacking core? Nobody says Jerome Baker can't chase out. I know that, but I was going to say before you, and I got kicked off the show, not by you, but still. At the end of the day, I think what he said is true. Take Andrew Van Ginkel, put him inside. My question is, what are you going to do? Liam? Do you go out and sign a free agent, or do you draft one? What would you prefer?
They already signed 2 free agents. Duke Riley and
I think they're on 1-year deals. I think they're on 1-year deals.
They're supposed to be those players we find are supposed to be depth players.
That's it.
No,
I would like.
Go ahead, Ian.
I would prefer Brian Flores make a big investment either through free agency or a higher draft pick and find a true 3-down linebacker
a middle linebacker.
This is
a middle linebacker that doesn't need the field.
EM, just thinking out right now, because I've only been focusing on offensive line as far as free agency and running backs.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any good ones coming up potentially in free agency this offseason?
Me and Reason was me and TD was talking about this the other day. I hadn't had a chance to really dig. I don't start really digging into players for the upcoming draft and free agency until December. So I really hadn't had a chance to really sit down and really evaluate a lot of guys. But even if it's by a trade, bro, I just think for this defense to truly go to another level, I mean, it could be truly special because I think we had a personnel to do it. The only deficiency we have is at that second level, which is that stacked linebacker position. Either move Van Ginkel inside, and I think that will help out tremendously. He's got the size, he's got the sideline speed. I don't think he's a primary edge player at this level. I think he's a perfect comp for him is Kyle Van Noy. Look at how look at how we use Kyle Van Noy. We deployed him inside out. You know what I mean? Had him play on the interior. And also they had him rushing the passer, on occasion. Van Ginkel needs to be deployed the same way, in my opinion. I think he could be fantastic.
Guys, like I said a few moments ago, if Jerome Baker's our 3rd best linebacker, then we're cooking with gas.
That's what I said a long time ago. Let me tell you how you could do that overnight, Gio. You get in free agency, you find yourself a real middle linebacker like we did last year. And then we have to hit on free agency. You get the best middle linebacker. And then in the draft, you go in linebacker. First or second round.
I'm down with that.
And then once Jerome Baker, like you said, is our worst linebacker, bro, we have the best defensive linebackers in the league.
Listen,
period.
EM, I keep preaching. Mm-hmm. You weren't here earlier when I said it, and I said it prior to the trade deadline, and people just they heard it, threw it out. And I said, listen, if the Jaguars are struggling so much, and they, when they made the trade with Carolina, when they traded their corner, and they were potentially sellers. Said, why not go after Miles Jack? See what you can get. What they want from him. and you plug him in this
Miles
defense.
Jackson.
Big 4-4.
Miles Jackson. Miles Jackson's an excellent player. He's been very good.
He'll be huge in this defense.
I'm just thinking,
He would.
What can you give Jacksonville? I mean, even if it's a second, I'll take it. Take my money.
But Batman,
the way we hit on
Batman,
the problem with that trade.
The problem with that trade is he's gonna be in Van Ginkel's position or Jalen Phillips' position because Miles Jack really plays outside.
Jalen Phillips we need to stop with that Jalen Phillips. He needs to be a pass rusher.
Yeah, he's a pass rusher.
Facts.
And I think
going back into coverage.
I think. Well, I'm hoping this is part of Flores' plan. But as Jalen Phillips gets acclimated to the defense, he gets more comfortable in his role. Well, then you can shift and start to move Van Ginkel around on his defense.
Did you guys see Jalen Phillips against the Ravens?
Yes. No. Yeah. Did you guys see
him run down Lamar Jackson? Did you see him run down Lamar Jackson, bro?
Yeah.
Speed for speed.
That is a special athlete.
He was being held. And he was being held.
Coming along. He's coming along nicely.
Looking back at the tape, he was being held a lot.
So I got to be honest to your point about Chris Greer, Chachi. Look, I told me and Reason talked about this last week. I said, bro, that show we did months ago, right, about the issues in terms of maximizing resources. I said, bro, and I hope this, winds up being the case. But I said, bro, we might wind up having to issue a public apology to Chris Greer. Because
I've been saying that. I've been saying it on this show. I've been saying that on this show.
Hang on. But look at we were highly critical of the Christian Wilkins pick, right?
Right.
Relative to the players that were available around that at 13 in that draft. But look, he's taking significant leap forward, bro. He might be our best pick on that D line, bro.
Yes.
Yeah. I said this. I think you got on Larry's show late because I was preaching on the Christian Wilkins, and as far as the draft picks, the way that we draft players, they take about 3 years. Look, you got Gesicki, you got Wilkins, you got these guys now producing at a high level. And it's unfortunate because that goes back to player development. And we had the proper player development that we can get these guys from day one, put them in the right position they're supposed to play in, and let them thrive and let them do what they do best. They're going to succeed. But Christian Wilkins has taken immense steps. Mike Gesicki has taken immense. And listen, I'm saying it now because Pete, me, I think it was Russell, we were on this Gesicki bandwagon. I said, this kid, I don't care if he blocks. I don't care. This kid he can catch. Oh, it's gonna take reps from Waddle in the middle of the field. I said, this kid is our best receiver.
He's the next Darren Waller.
He doesn't get hurt. He's actually consistent. He's on the field, and you can count on him. So I'm on the fence. Say, listen, you want to give rid of Parker for a bag of cookies, a 7th rounder, and you want to give his money to Gesicki? Do it.
I'm down.
What though? Yeah. You know what? In terms as far as Chris Greer concerned, what stings with him is that 2020 draft. Yeah, that's what stings because. Okay, again, listen. I'm not out on tour only for Deshaun Watson. Let me make that clear because the haters gonna come out anytime I mention anything. Anything I mention negative, constructive criticism with Tua, the haters are coming out. So with that
not in this show. Hey, EM, not on this show, EM.
That's what's up. So
you've been consistent from day one, though. You were Tua supporter, but you always said Watson.
I appreciate that. Right. I appreciate that, bro. Because a lot of people put out a lot of misinformation when they get that team around.
I told you, bro. I already told you. You 100, bro. That's it.
So it's the 2020 draft that stings because those 3 first-round picks. Again, what if you would just make as of right now? We think based on the sample sizes we're given from both players. Justin Herbert should have been a pick. He has had 100%. To this point. He's on another level than Tua right now. Let's just keep it 1,000, right?
Yes.
So if we just made that pick at 5, we could have at 18. Obviously, Austin Jackson has been a complete train wreck. Yep. I think they should have made the investment. They should have met Tampa Bay.
I can't wait to see him in the bench.
They should have met San Francisco's asking price, traded up for Tristan Wirfs. They would have had him at right tackle, right? And then with that last first-round pick, you could have went in a multitude of directions. Antoine Wingfield,
yes,
DeAndre Swift, Taylor. How many players that were available, bro, that are getting their respective teams are getting huge dividends? Noah can't find a field to play on. I mean, a healthy scratch. So it's that 2020 draft that stings as far as Chris Greer.
For me, it's free agency. For me, it's free agency.
In addition to free agency.
Let me be the first to say this. A lot of people love to only blame Greer for 2018, 2019, and 2020. But if you go back to our Dolphins history, you realize that Greer has been GM since 2016, January 4th, 2016. Now, let's go back and ask ourselves, why was there not a double core offensive coordinator like we're dealing this year? We had a double GM that year with Mike Tannenbaum. Let's ask ourselves, why did we have a double GM that year? Why did we have to promote Chris Greer? Because Tannenbaum was in the hot seat. That's why. And once we moved him up, it was a collaborative effort in 2016 on decisions from there on out with Greer and Tannenbaum. That's what it was. It was the same thing that was said about Flores and Greer and all this collaborative effort on offensive coordinators, the three guys. It was that. So Greer had a lot of say in that 2016 draft. He traded up to get Deion Jordan. People don't want to give him that.
So do you think that Greer did that on purpose, getting Reggie McKenzie on his squad as well to have a fall guy just in case things went south? Since Reggie McKenzie was also involved in player personnel.
Damn.
Look, I'll say this.
I don't know, man. See, you know what?
How long was he here, Cap?
One thing I've been trying to find out.
No, I agree with you. I'm just saying, the pattern's going on again. There's two GMs, basically.
I really would like to know, because you got Marvin Allen in house as well. I would like to know exactly what their job titles are. Who's responsible for what? Marvin Allen, Chris Greer, Reggie McKenzie.
I hate that they don't come out and say it, man. I hate that they don't come out and say it.
Exactly, bro. So,
well, this is the only thing I know, and I know for a fact. When you look at Greer's track record, he dealt with the head scouting department. He was there. He was the guy being sent for Miami to these schools to evaluate talent before he was even GM. And the talent we've had here for the last, I would say, 15 years since he was doing that position prior to GM has not been very good.
We don't have stars. That's what you want to call it.
He can't get the O-line right. He cannot get the O-line right to save his damn life, bro.
Nope.
I just wanna mention something real quick to you guys. And I hope we see this on Sunday. I have a feeling that because of the narrative, we haven't done it before. But if this team is serious, there is no way, based off what I saw last year, there is no way Solomon Kinley cannot go back to left guard and you sit Austin Jackson back out on the bench. Because there's no way that Solomon Kinley is not better than Austin Jackson at left guard. Now, with that being said, EM, does anybody remember what was the biggest on offensive line? Who was the biggest factors? And I went on Larry's show. Cap, I think you remember me saying this on Larry's show last year before I moved to Reno, right when the season ended. Does anybody remember who was the main reason for our run game on the offensive line last year?
Could be between Robert Hunt and Kinley. One of those two.
Yeah. Robert Hunt was right tackle for a few games.
Eric Flowers?
No, on the right-hand side. On the right-hand side of the offensive line.
Kinley played a few games at right guard.
That was Kinley and Hunt at right tackle.
Can anyone please tell me why in the world we still have Jesse Davis at right tackle and we have not inserted Robert Hunt at right tackle?
He's our
and Kinley at right guard, so we can have a push on the offensive line. Can someone please tell me why?
I think their number one biggest problem on the O-line is when they moved Robert Hunt at a right tackle. There was no reason to move him. None. I mean, actually, he was your highest rated lineman last year, number one.
He still is.
Two, the last 5 games, he was like in the top 10, bro. So he was clearly trending. He was clearly trending in the right direction. And you move him for what?
That guy is athletic. He's the most athletic lineman we have, and he should be playing right tackle.
I
I'll
know,
answer your
but he
question.
has to pick up. He has to pick up the slack for others. Unfortunately, we know our right tackle is done, but he has to pick up the inside slack. That's one of our strongest guys. This is the same thing. Listen to what I'm telling you. This is the same exact thing the Detroit Lions did with Panay Sewell. They moved this guy to the left side out of his natural position because Taylor Decker has been out all year, bro. And they had to pick up the slack on the left side because it was so bad.
Do you guys want to hear? Do you want to hear? Do you want to hear what? And this is going to be the biggest free agency signing. Do you guys want to hear what would fix our offensive line like this?
The right tackle.
I got a dilemma
right tackle
after
from
this.
the
Watch.
Saints.
Armstead from the Saints.
Yeah, a right tackle from the Saints.
You know what?
Okay.
No, this is what I think they should do.
Left tackle.
Left tackle.
They should sign. They should make a big free agency investment, a left tackle. Kick Robert Hunt back out to right, and
100%.
They need to make another investment on a very good guard.
Yeah,
That's exactly
EM, that's the issue. The inside strength on this team. That's why they had to move.
Should have did that in the draft.
But listen, this is the dilemma on the offensive line. I don't know about you guys, but I know for a fact, out of these guys that are on our team starting right now, at minimum, 2 of them are going to start next year. I see at least 3. So as bad as we keep crying about this offensive line, 3 of those guys are.
I can't wait for Michael Dieter to come back.
This is the issue. No, this is the issue. Look, this is the issue because Michael Dieter, he was playing serviceable at the beginning. Hold on.
No, he was the highest graded. He was our highest graded offensive lineman.
I am not on Larry's level preaching on this man. I am not.
No, hold on.
I already said it on Larry's show. He's trash.
Larry's a troll, bro.
I'm gonna say this.
Who is trash? Who's trash?
Hold on. Just let me say something.
Go ahead.
I understand that he's still under contract, right? We got him for this season and we got him next season, right? And we want to see if he can continue his progression at center because the only problem he has, he can't delegate. He can't control. You got to be the anchor for that offense, and he's not because he doesn't have experience. I'm down to put him at guard, but we're not. We're gonna put him at center again. So no. I'm just telling you what they're gonna do. They're gonna do that. They're gonna put him back at center.
I think Dieter was fine at center.
He was doing good. He was doing good.
I think, bro, there's been when I look at him, Reader, and Mance, bro, there's been no drop off. They've been relatively the same.
Which is why I think Dieter will be better at guard.
I don't know how old he is exactly, but I wouldn't mind bringing him back. I wouldn't mind bringing back Reader. Like he's playing pretty good. He's not doing bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Reader's not pushing up either.
Even as a backup, as a backup.
All right. I've listened to 14 soliloquies and 3 poems. Fantastic.
Big John, you have no idea what we're about to listen to, okay?
And you have your
No, you're not gonna listen to 3 poems. I'm just gonna talk real quick. There's no way in hell, unless it freezes over, that you would ever see me put Michael Dieter back at center. I don't care if he played serviceable.
I don't want to see him at center.
But it's gonna happen.
I don't care if he played. Okay, let me finish. I don't care if he has 1 leg, 3 arms, 6 legs. I don't want him at center. He does not know how to call out protections. He can stay at guard, and you can sign Reader if you want. But that's only going to be a Band-Aid until you get to the draft and get Linderbaum. If you don't get Linderbaum, you wasted your time. That's the center you get. That's it.
You don't think
everything else is relevant?
Big John, you don't think you can develop and get better in that regard, bro?
So what?
I want somebody to expound.
You don't think he can get? Again, you got to give him time to develop, man. This is his first year. Hang on, this was his first year in. Hang on. This is his first year as a primary center. He's played that in his previous career at Wisconsin, but he's never been a primary center. He just needs time to develop that aspect of his game, bro.
Let me add to this, EM, because look, at the end of the day, Reason.
You may be right. I think you're right.
Reason, myself, Larry, we all talked about, obviously, and you guys on Reason's platform obviously said this all the time. Corey Linsley would have solved a lot of issues for us because you would have plugged in that leadership onto this team. It's going to make your guards better. It's going to make your guards better.
I would agree.
I wouldn't mind letting Dieter play out and see what he can do. What I think Gio was saying, when you plug in a veteran leader in this team, and instead of just all them growing up, it's going to enhance these guys and play better. But
Armstead is
Oh, bro. I'm in complete agreement with you. I felt like they should have made, in addition to this youth, they should have made an investment in terms of a veteran presence, either center or left tackle or right tackle, or I think Joe Tooney would have been exceptional as well. They should have made.
If he would have said yes, if he didn't reject our contract, that would have been perfect.
Well, sometimes you got to overpay for the things you want in life. So
I agree 100%. I agree 100%.
I'm glad you said that.
To get Armstead, it's gonna cost a lot, but
we have to do it. Hey, we're gonna have to do it.
And we'll have potentially $100 million in cap space next year. So we'll have the money.
We're gonna have to do that.
So let's say, look, this is what I believe. Let's say in this scenario, we're gonna have about 80-something million in cap space.
More than that.
Maybe more.
And we can get Parker out.
But let's say this scenario: are you guys willing to let Gesicki walk?
No.
And fix this offensive line.
I don't think. Listen, Gesicki's not leaving.
You guys
bro.
think we're gonna be able to pay Gesicki and fix this offensive line at the same time?
Yes,
we're gonna have the money. Pete, we're gonna have the money, Pete.
You can't have the money for everything. I'm
sorry,
bro.
What would you give Gesicki? 12 mil a year?
Well, no, because I'm starting to come into realization that I think deep down inside, as much as I love Gesicki,
he's gonna be
I think it's gonna be best if we move off him, and I don't think we should franchise tag him because that's gonna pay him a lot of money for just 1 year.
We're gonna have money. We could do both.
Listen,
this is the thing. I want a real middle linebacker, right?
Okay, but listen, there's 3 ways you can free up more money than the 80 that we have, right? We can try to get Parker away, and we might have to throw in a pick so somebody could take his contract, right? We can take some of Byron Jones. We could take some of that Byron Jones money and we can restructure. It's going to be hard, but we'll see.
You better say yes to that restructure.
Depending on the X situation, depending on the whole, if we get rid of him,
you're really talking about all of our best players.
But I'm saying those are ways you can free up more and you can potentially have over 110 million.
I say one thing. You guys are all talking. Just give me a second. Look, we could do the obvious and just trade away. That would solve all the issues you want to solve.
You got cut off. Big John, you got cut off. Say that again.
Who you trade?
You can trade Jerome Baker and save everybody the headache.
Yep.
That solves everything.
I'm with you 110%.
Miles Jack straight up.
I'm with you 110%.
Take him, take his house, take his daughter, his dog, everybody. Go.
That's Brian Flores' best friend, man. He ain't gonna do it.
I'll agree. Look, this is one thing I said about Jerome Baker with that contract.
Look,
Big John, listen to me.
Hold on 1 second. If we gotta trade Jerome Baker and Brian Flores has to go with him, in that case, they can both go. If not, he can stay. But if not, they can both go together. They can hold hands and work out the door. I don't care.
I want to see an improved pass coverage on Jerome Baker. I do. I need him to knock this thing out of the water already. I need him to get a pick six, bro.
That's what I need.
But
listen, I need Jerome Baker to be our second option at a minimum. Our second option.
Go get Miles Jack.
No, listen to what I'm telling you. When Jerome Baker starts flashing in pass coverage, that's when everybody's gonna love him.
Pete, look. I'm listen. You keep harping on coverage, bro. When in obvious passing situations, they bring in safeties for coverage in that role anyway. So Jerome Baker's not only half the time he's not even on the field, bro.
Because this is the thing. I already know how you view him. I already know how you view him, EM. Number one, you view him as he's already too high priced to be that middle linebacker. But the thing is, you guys are putting you guys are putting the money in your face and not really realizing.
Listen, Pete. Tom Brady picked on Jerome Baker the entire game. Every third down, Jerome Baker would give up a touchdown. Jerome Baker would give up a first down.
Does anybody remember that running back? Does anybody remember? Big John, do you remember that running back in motion? And Jerome Baker did one of these?
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit.
Leonard Fournette. But look, this is what you guys, I remember that play like it was
yesterday. As a matter of fact,
no. Listen. This is like I wish you guys knew it. I wish I could explain it to you guys.
That would never happen to Luke Kuechly.
Look,
you got the floor.
At that point, listen. At that point of the game, the Bucks were up. You have to play your run fit. Tom Brady knows this. So when Tom Brady switches the play at the last second, bro, this is not Madden, bro. You can't just play square in a circle and the play just switches like that.
Pete, that play wasn't last minute.
Bro, he put him in motion. Look at the time clock. Look at the time going down. He switched it at the last second. He's playing a run fit. He has to play.
But Jerome Baker should have been looking. Jerome Baker was on the running back. Regardless, he should have been looking at him.
He's man on his running back. And Tom Brady identifies this. And he moves him in motion.
Pete, you know what Jerome Baker was trying to do? You know what Jerome Baker was attempting to do? He was trying to tell Landon Robertson.
Communicating. That's right.
He was trying to tell him that was his guy, and everybody in the defense was like, "Bro, that is your guy." He was like, "Oh shit, you're right.
That's right."
Which caused him
exactly, and he's the mic, Pete. He's the mic, Pete. Listen, if that was Luke Kuechly, Pete, if that was Luke Kuechly, which is what we're trying to say, if that was Luke Kuechly, or if that was Zach Thomas, or if that was Miles Jack, that would never have happened.
But this is the issue. Look, I agree with you guys. When I came on Larry's show and we spoke about the Jerome Baker contract, there was two things I told you guys I needed to see from Jerome Baker with this contract. An improved pass coverage where I want to see him.
And have you seen it? Have you seen it though? Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it. This is the only spot
at least
right
you
here.
Honest. At least you honest.
So you agree with him?
Like I want to see him hawk. Bro, Zach Thomas used to do this, bro. His little slow ass. He would step in front of interceptions, bro. Like that's what I need to learn.
Bro.
That awareness.
But see, that's what I'm telling you, Pete.
That's what we're trying to tell you.
Bro, he's so flawed. His ability to diagnose, bro, and respond to play. You can't see. It's like anticipation with I always use that analogy. When we talk about quarterbacks being able to anticipate routes and throw.
The middle linebacker has to be the same way.
They have to do the exact same thing, bro. They have to anticipate and be a step faster, especially a player that's flawed at absorbing contact and getting off blocks.
They're the quarterback on defense.
So he has to be he has to be a fraction of a second faster responding to the offense.
I'm gonna give it to you, Ian. You want to hear the truth? You want to hear the truth? He's pretty much a Tua on defense. He has to be scripted into the game and knows what he's doing. No, this is not a joke. This is not a joke. Listen. If you dial Jerome Baker into blitzes, he's gonna know what he's doing. He's gonna know he's blitzing right there.
Why you do that, Pete, man?
Oh my God, Pete. Oh my God.
Why you were doing so good, Pete?
because you guys know that's true, right? Tua does good on scripted drives.
I got a question for you, EM. Were you breaking film? Were you breaking film with TD a few weeks ago on the All 22?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm new in this game here. I think I've talked to you a few times in a few platforms, just a few times. Mm-hmm. We would love to see. I don't know if we could communicate. I would love to see if we could do a collab with TD, with this panel, this panel, because I feel like this panel. I don't know if you've noticed, it's not as chaotic. You know, not to throw anybody under the bus, but I feel like this is a more engaged conversation that people should be listening to. More of a objective take. People, it doesn't fill in too much. It's more we're able to have a better conversation, and it doesn't get diluted so quickly. I would love to see, man, if you can get that to happen. I would love to see.
Oh, absolutely, bro. TD's a good dude, bro. Absolutely. Actually, I'm gonna be honest with you. I enjoy. I got respect for all these. Individual platforms, obviously Reason, obviously TD, the W Wrongs of the world, even, Chachi and people that have these platforms. So, but this one, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's several people, Batman, that not just with this platform, but I know I don't frequent platforms like I used to because I'm working so much this time of the year, but I'm always listening. So I listen to Larry's a lot. I hear Batman all the time, who I got a lot of respect for. I hear, believe it or not, Pete as well. I know me and Pete have gone at it in the past, you know what I mean? And we had our little, we had a little time that we beefing a little bit, but I got to disrespect for Pete. All of y'all, bro. I listen to all of y'all. All of y'all are insightful, man, and y'all have a lot of insightful information and takes to bring to the community. So absolutely, man. TD, and I know he feels the same way. So because we've had conversations about certain individuals, Big John as well. I call Big John one of the best kept secrets in this community. I don't think a lot of people know.
Big John, yeah. Big John is part of our group. Like with Chachi, we're trying to do a Miami Football Talk network, and we're trying to create something. And we would love to collab with you guys because I've heard you a few times. I've been following TD for years, and it would be great if you could set something up, man. See if we could do a collab.
And to talk about TD, he helped me out big time when he was starting this whole YouTube thing, and I was in the process of starting the podcast. And TD he says I don't understand the whole podcasting, but whatever help you need, big homie, just reach out to me. And he's always been so helpful from day one. And now we're trying to expand, and we're starting from the ground, from literally the floor. And we all have different things that we've done on our own, and now we're coming together like Voltron and trying to do something for the community.
That's what. So it's the three of y'all. It's the three of y'all, right?
No, we got Big John and we got Cap.
And, that's what's up. Okay.
Yeah. So basically, yeah. Basically, we're the main host. Big John, Batman, Chachi, and then we have our regular guest, which is PD, Caps for Life. But yeah, we're trying to start something, man, and we would love to be able to have an organized discussion, man. And I think we owe that to the fans because sometimes some of these platforms, man, you guys come out a lot, but it gets diluted, and you're not able to get your message across that much. And I love to be able to have a session where we could pick each other's brains and hear each other, see where we're at, because as much as we want to disagree, there are times where, if you think about what someone has to say, they're not that far off.
I would agree.
Everybody brings a different perspective to everything. As far as this team, we're so passionate. We want this team to win. We want this team to win again. I mean, there's been so many years, over 20-something years, where we haven't had a successful team on the field, and we got to take it one step at a time for this Dolphins team, and for everything. And we didn't even get to get into predictions as far as the Jets. We talked about it a little bit in the beginning, but EM,
we can do it right now. EM, what's your prediction? I'll let you know what everybody else's prediction was. I wrote them down. What's your prediction for this Sunday?
27-10, bro. It's going to be a blowout. I think Tua's going to have an efficient game. Tua might even have a monster game Sunday. So
I think I'm with you. I think it's going to be I do think it's going to be the unveiling. Were you on Larry's show a few days ago where I mentioned the Charlie Fry thing? And I was like, I don't know why I have a strong inclination that this is going to be the unveiling of a Tua offense where he's finally going to come out and he's going to run plays that he's comfortable with, and it's going to look completely different. Were you there a few days ago?
I don't think so. I probably was in the comments though. I'm sure I was in the comments because I listened.
I think you were.
Was I out there?
ABAB, right? ABAB said something.
Oh, that was you. That was you, bro. That was you. Oh, okay. Yeah. My good buddy. So, okay. Yeah. That's what's up. Man.
Hey, let's do something though, man. Run it by him and let's see if we could do something.
Anyway, bro, I always tell people all the time, man, I'm just really honored that anybody would even, want me to come on a platform and contribute in any type of way, bro. So
you're an OG, bro. You an OG. You come with facts.
You bring so much knowledge to this fan base, man. And I remember I've met you through YouTube on TD's talking about almost a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
And
that's what's up.
And that's where I was like, okay, this man, he says his mind. I know you said, I think it was Larry would be like, your blood pressure, calm down. Yeah.
I get animated for sure. But
we love that, man, because you're passionate about this team, man. So I
love it. Oh, what were you gonna say?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, man, I feel the same way about a lot of individuals in this community. I say that all the time. I try to when I go on Finside or TD's platform or Larry's platform. I try to give people credit and shout them out, bro. Because like I said, there's a lot of talent in this community, bro. It's just not Reason. It's just not TD. It's just not Dudley. It's just not, it's a lot of talented individuals in this community. They might have had a platform that they do, but nonetheless, they're still contributing to this community, to the knowledge base, and that's why when, in the beginning of Finside NFL, when, me and Reason, we were kind of doing that together, that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to educate as much as possible. And so
that's what we're trying to do here.
So
that's what we're trying to do here.
All of y'all, bro, y'all contribute. Don't think you don't. Don't think you don't. It could be just somebody hanging in the chat and dropping knowledge, bro. So everybody contributes in their own way, bro. Nobody is more important than the other. We're all in this together. We're all trying to get educated. We're all rooting for this team, and hopefully, we want to get a Super Bowl in our lifetime. And so that's the objective. That's always been the objective. So
hey, can we say something right now? Can we say something in a pact right now? Because my wife knows this. If we ever go to the Super Bowl, I don't care if I don't have the money to go watch a game. I'm gonna be there. Yeah, can we make a pact as a Dolphins community?
Absolutely.
If we ever go to the Super Bowl, I don't care how. We all need to go.
Listen,
absolutely.
I thought it was funny. So I remember when they announced who was performing for the Super Bowl. This Super Bowl coming up in February, and it was like, oh, big headliner, Eminem, Dr. Dre. I was like, oh, cool. That's gonna be a Super Bowl for the Dolphins, man. Let's do it,
bro.
As far as your as far as all 22, is it a specific player you want to break down, or is it just the team in general? The defense,
listen, that's a great question. I would want you to check out, because I need you to do this for me, because I've been on this since I saw the game Thursday. Can you please do me a favor when you guys do that breakdown? And remember me when you do it. Can you please point out the big differences from the first half to the second half of our offensive play calling? Also, because Batman mentioned this, one thing I noticed in the second half, I don't know if you remember, because a lot of people watch the game, but they really don't focus on the game, right? They're too busy looking at everything that's going on. I like to focus on a few things. One thing I noticed, Tua was not calling the plays in the huddle. He was not looking at his play wrist. He kept going to the sideline to get plays, and you could tell he was not getting it on the helmet. So I need you to tell me, because I have an intuition that they gave Charlie Fry full reins to be the play caller in the second half of that game.
You think so? Really?
I go as far as saying even from the second quarter on.
Very possible. Now, the reason why I asked that, AM, is because of what I just said. Now, there was an interview that we played on the beginning of this show with Trent Dilfer and Rich Eisen.
Rich Eisen, yeah, I saw that interview.
That was interesting. That was really interesting. So when you guys break that down, please look out for that.
That's interesting, bro. I didn't even think of that as far as Thursday's game. I didn't even
Please do. Are you guys gonna do that? Are you guys gonna do the all 22?
Hold on, shout out. Let me give a shout out to my girlfriend. Yes, Batman will take you to the Super Bowl. Yes, I will.
That's what's up.
Hey, final thoughts. Are we ready for final thoughts?
Yeah, Chachi.
Yo.
Let us know. Final thoughts. Anything you want to say going into this game on Sunday?
So I think that what we need to do to be able to come out with a win and be able to show Tua's talent is he has to have some type of protection. If he just has 2.5 seconds, I think Tua will be very dangerous.
So you need to see a change on offensive line.
Man, absolutely. You know what? You know what? Real quick before we close, I wanted to get you all's thoughts on. And again, I know a lot of that's going to rub some folks the wrong way, but where are y'all at right now? Let's kind of fast forward, get in the DeLorean and fast forward to March. And let's just say Deshaun Watson situation clears up, and he's available still and still wants to come here. Where are you guys at?
No.
Okay.
No.
Wait. You're saying if Watson's all of his legal issues
are wrapped up for the most part, and there's no There's no possibility of him going to jail or any criminal charges being brought to him.
Hey, hold on. So, Miami Football Talk, you say you're not doing a trade.
No.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
And Miami
No.
Sports Fanatic, you say you're not doing a trade.
So those are hypotheticals. I don't like doing hypotheticals, but at the same time, I'm gonna give a hypothetical. So I'm a little hypocritical, a little bit.
So let's
sometimes.
say you're Greer. You're Greer. He's available. He's cleared.
Mm-hmm.
You got your boss is knocking on the door because you know the boss wants him, and he says, "I want you to go get this guy no matter what it takes." And you're Greer.
I don't think Greer's making that call.
Mm.
Okay.
Please elaborate on that. Why?
I think
he came out and said that he is not putting any part of himself in that. That is all them.
That's why I said that. I think the reason why I said.
But wait a minute. Didn't he meet with Watson the day before the trade deadline?
So that's the reason. That's the reason why I said what I said. Because when I say I don't think Greer's making that call, I think the one who's going to be making that call and forcing that decision is Ross.
Yeah, he clearly wants him. I don't care what he says. He can say to the media, he can lie to us all he wants. He wants Watson.
Yeah.
Now, as far as myself, I'm not stupid. And as much as I am a Tua supporter, I love Tua and I want to see him progress and see.
He's ready right now.
I'm not trying to give him 7 years like Tannehill. I'm not, but I do want to give him time. But just like EM said at the beginning when he came on, you have a generational quarterback in his prime available. He is not going to change his team from one day to the next. You still have to build things around him, but the fact is a fact, and there's no discussing that. Watson.
Now I'm gonna say one thing after you.
Watson is a top 5 quarterback. Watson is a top 5 quarterback right now. Tua, could he be? Who knows? We don't know. But Watson is a top 5 quarterback right now. Now, for me to make the deal work, because I'm willing to give them whatever they want. They want the 3 first, whatever. We figure it out. There's a rumor, and obviously it hasn't come off his mouth. Watson has not said this. But for a key factor for me, if Watson is willing to help us out and restructure his deal in part of a trade to help us out with money, where we can surround them with better offensive linemen. Because let's be clear, this man's going to be costing $40 million plus. And if you want an offensive line, and you want an Armstead, and you want Chachi, you want me on the that's what you're going to get. So this man needs to get.
You know he's already come out and said that, bro. You know that, right?
Well, it was his agent or something. So I don't think it's come from his mouth. So I'm saying, I'm all for going for Watson.
The agent and him communicating. Yeah.
You don't think that Ross that's already been discussed?
Yeah.
Come on, you know that's already been discussed.
So now we're saying that I'm going to be a little bit more realistic. I know a little bit about how the now I know people are gonna say innocent to proven guilty, but I'm gonna say this, man. Me and John talked about this a little bit. I know a little bit about how the court system works. Now, don't Google me. Don't do none of that. I haven't been in trouble. There's nothing there that you'll see. Everything's been expunged. But at the same time, I have a tough time believing that Deshaun Watson is going to be cleared in the offseason.
Me too. And this is the thing. I want to preach on something, and without
from
giving
a criminal realm, from a criminal perspective or a civil.
From a civil perspective.
I want to say something. I want to say something because a lot of people don't know this, and I want to throw this out there. Big John, he's very powerful in this Dolphins community. And for those of you who don't, there's a little bit of an echo. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Big John knows a lot of things. He knows he has connections within the team, and he also knows his stuff. And he's highly respected. For those of you who don't know, he's highly respected.
He's echoing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like an echo. Big John has been 100% full forward, saying that Deshaun Watson's going to prison. And for whatever reason, I am not going to discount what he says because he's always on the money when it comes to things happening. And you guys know this. I'm just, if EM doesn't know, I know you guys know this.
No, I know. I talk. We talk all the time privately.
He put it out on Larry's show publicly. You know that he threw out there that the whole injury for Brissett. He said he held responsibility for it. So I'm just gonna tell you this right now. If he's saying Deshaun Watson's going to prison, you got to take that with high regard.
I'll say this:
So
we've already had that conversation. I told him I think
I
that's
wanted to finish. I wanted to finish what I was saying. I wanted to.
Oh,
finish
go
what I
ahead,
was
go
saying.
ahead, go ahead.
The reason I'm a no for Watson, even after in the offseason, if everything is clear, is because I believe Tua is a year 3 guy. So I rather give Tua the opportunity to show me that he's a year 3 guy, because in 2023 we have the assets to be able to go get somebody.
Mm-hmm.
That's why.
Well, I think me personally, we all know. I was a big Tua. I'm still high on Tua. I'm just not as high on Tua because
Right.
what I see
He's
from
got
him,
a lot to prove. He's got a lot to prove still.
What
That's
I
the
see
problem.
from him, I don't see the same athlete pre-injury. Pre-injury at Alabama, I don't see that. So, and also I think Tua, he has areas of his game that need, and it's normal. It's normal as a second-year guy. He hadn't even played 16 games yet. There are
That's what
holes
I'm
in his
saying.
game that needs development. It's going to take time. So that is normal developmental process in addition to the lack of physical traits that I'm seeing. I think I contribute 100% to his injury has
Yes.
caused me to lower my ceiling for him. However, now with that being said, I still think a team or us can be productive with Tua. I just don't think he'll ever get to the level of a player like Deshaun Watson. And so that's why I'm like,
And that's
me personally,
overall.
And so me personally, I told y'all, I'm not hesitating. I'm giving him 3 firsts. I'm giving him 3 seconds, 2 seconds. I'm paying the price, and I'm going to deal with the fallout as long as there's no possibility of him going to prison for 20 years. I'm making that trade. Period.
Yeah, man. And you know what I'm also doing? And I said it prior to the trade deadline. I said I'm trying to squeeze Cunningham from them at least. Trying to strike gold and maybe throw him in the deal.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
No,
I want to say something that Miami Sports Fanatics said, because obviously, like you said, Tua, his progression is not what we want it to be. He needs time. But you hit on something. You told me, I think it was yesterday, the day before, privately. You said that a lot of his issues are mental, probably right now, because he has that in the back of his head, the injury. It's a possibility. It's a high possibility, that maybe that's why he looks like he's taking a step back.
Yep.
Maybe. I think it's
rookie. He's a rookie. He's making rookie mistakes.
Right, and I think it's the whole cloud of this distraction with Deshaun Watson as well. Versus
exactly.
Did you hear his conference on the field after the Ravens game? EM.
What's that?
Did you hear his press conference with I forgot her name, man, on the field right after the Ravens?
I didn't.
So he basically came out and said, with distraction aside, everything aside, this team was more prepared.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
I agree.
To piggyback off of Batman, I'm going to say something about Tua. Chachi did this a few weeks ago, and I had already known this, and this sparked me to want to work with Chachi. One of the hardest things that a rookie quarterback knows right out the gate or has ability-wise is pocket presence, awareness, and accuracy. Tua has the perfect intangibles to develop as a franchise quarterback.
Pocket presence and accuracy.
Like Batman said, the mistakes that Tua is making, and the reason why I think Flo decided to be like, Jacoby Brissett is probably a little bit better in this area, is the pre-snap ability to read and call out protection.
Mm-hmm.
That can be fixed.
I agree with that.
That is the only thing.
That's not easy, though, Chachi. That's not easy.
I know, but you can see the growth of what he's doing now. Yeah. You can see it now. He's going out there and he's calling it now.
It's 15-year veterans in this league that can't do that consistently.
They still can do that. But there's 15 years veterans that still don't have pocket presence.
I want to
Final
touch on
thoughts. Remember, this is final thoughts.
what Dana's saying. I want to touch on that, man, because it's true though. What if one of those women? Put it back up, Chachi. The comment that she put is true, and we don't see it like that. So I don't think it's all business. I mean, if it was somebody in your life that was assaulted and she's telling you as a family member, listen, I got assaulted by him. It ain't business. It's not money. I'm not seeking money, and I got assaulted, and he's cleared of everything. It makes things difficult. Like, perfect example, she said it earlier, Jameis Winston. Everything was cleared, but he ain't, but he was cleared. You get what I mean? So it's like it ain't right to say it's all business.
Well, I look at it. See, me personally, I don't get into the personal aspect of it. I understand if it happened to me, a niece or a sister or somebody close to me. Okay, but it didn't happen. So I can't go there from a personal level. So I can only look at this from a business perspective. How can this man enhance my business? If he goes to a court of law and he's exonerated criminally and civilly, I mean, what more do you want? I mean, again, if he's exonerated, okay, and you still are looking at him some type of way, well, that's an issue that you have. You're looking at it. You're in your feelings when you do that, problem. And I can't get in. You can't live in that realm in the business world, bro. You got to separate personal from business. Period. Yes. And that's where I look at it. That's my approach to any player.
Listen, Michael Vick actually was able to come back.
That hurt me, man. And I
want to be clear. If Deshaun Watson is out, if he violated any of those females, he needs to go to jail for it. Period. Anybody out there
will go.
So we'll see how it plays out. But until then, there's no criminal charges being brought. This is a civil issue. And for the record, players get sued every single year. We just never hear about it.
Let's go some final thoughts.
Right.
Pete,
give me some final thoughts, Pete. Give me some final thoughts.
Look, I just want to get my final thoughts. I just want to chime into the Deshaun Watson thing because I don't think you guys realize how big of a deal this is, right? Like, all that needs to happen now is once it clears up, he's going to be a Miami Dolphin. It's clear to see.
Oh, my
God. And I know you guys don't like to hear this, but it's he would have been a Dolphin if none of this would have happened already. Okay, so what I look forward to this year is, number one, I'm truly glad at the fact that now that the reports and the trade reports came out, that it's only going to be draft picks, because honestly, I don't even care about the draft picks. Give me a quarterback that I know gives me a chance every game, no matter what the defense brings on the table. That's number one. Number two, I think the rest of the season is just going to be evaluating the talent on the roster, trying to build up for Tua. I mean, for Deshaun Watson, to see what we can have for Deshaun Watson next season. Like, I truly believe that this season is for Deshaun Watson's evaluation of the talent on the roster and what we could keep with him or not. That's sad to say, but that's my honest opinion on how I feel, and Deshaun Watson is a Dolphin.
Yeah, many final thoughts?
Yeah, man. Hey, salute to everybody on the panel, man. I appreciate y'all calling me out and having me on the panel, bro. And I'm gonna get with TD, and we'll definitely get something. Get the ball rolling on that here soon. But awesome. But I'm just looking forward to just looking forward to Sunday, bro. Dolphins 27-10, baby. Let's get it. I want to see growth from. I still want to see. I think it's a foregone conclusion that Watson will be a Dolphin, but I want to see Tua just take pride in his own craft and just be the best version of himself. Who knows, bro? He might cause Ross to say, you know what, let's scrap that plan and let's just rock with Tua. But you can't. He won't get to that point unless his play dramatically improves on the field. So I'm expecting a big action with Sunday. Salute,
I'm truly looking forward.
You, EM. Definitely thank you for coming on and showing.
Don't go yet, EM. But hold on, because I'm truly looking forward to this next Monday or your Tuesday stream, because I got a feeling this whole fan base has gassed themselves up all over again. And I don't think you guys are realizing it's gonna be funny as hell on Sunday. But I'm gonna leave that for later, guys. I'm worried.
The Dolphins lost? Are you predicting a loss on Sunday? Really,
I
Pete?
listen.
Go ahead.
Look,
Go
EM.
ahead.
I'm being truthful. You know,
Turn up, Pete. Turn
look.
up.
Listen, this whole situation with Tua, there's a high chance. Listen to what I'm telling you. There's a high chance. All this guy has to do is throw one interception, and he's back on the bench with a new miraculous injury. Okay, and that's just
Man.
what's happening, bro. And it's been happening, and it's sad, bro. This guy has not faced a real threat opponent other than that Buffalo game, and he was like forced. Like it was
The
like
Ravens?
forced right before the trade deadline.
Did he
The
not
But
face?
that's
Ravens?
it. The trade deadline happened. That's it. Now we have to roll with Tua. But Flores doesn't want it. That's where you guys like really don't really want to take into consideration deep down inside in your heart. That's
Pete,
the
let's
issue.
save that for next Tuesday, Pete. Let's save that for next
Okay.
Tuesday.
Yeah,
Okay. And
Yeah.
that's not Tua hate.
Yeah.
That's just based on what we know. But I
Oh
love all
man.
of you guys, man. Real talk. I love all of you guys. Everybody brings
hey,
a
real
Absolutely,
great
quick,
Pete.
real
I got
quick,
number
perspective on
love,
before
our
Pete.
team.
real quick
And we
before
don't
you
all
go.
have to be like believing what we believe, man. You
Hey,
guys
real
have a
quick
great night.
before
Thank
I
you for having me up, man. Continue this up.
Pete, real quick before you go. Um,
Damn.
make sure you like, you share, you comment because I
Subscribe.
read all the comments. I reply to all your comments. We talk even when this is not going on and the live stream is not going on. I'm replying to everybody's comments on the videos.
That's right.
So please like and share the video if you can, and you want to help out the channel. Donate via Cash App, Miami Football Talk. It goes a long way. Trust me, it really
Go straight to
does.
the channel, man. It goes straight
All
to the
right,
channel.
definitely,
That's what's up.
definitely. Um, Miami Sports Fanatics. Give me your final thoughts, bro.
EM, don't forget about that all 22 breakdown that I told
I
you.
got you, homie. I got you, homie.
Man, I'm excited, guys. Let's pull through. I think this is gonna be an unveiling of the offensive. Um, I think this is gonna be Tua's unveiling on offense against the Jets. I don't know why I have a strong gut feeling. Usually it's not wrong. There's a lot of inclination as to why, and I Chachi, I don't know if we've talked about this, but if are we going to do a live stream this Sunday?
Yeah, we'll be going. We'll be going live. We will be going live this Sunday.
Perfect. So tune in for that. I'm gonna be there. I think Cap told me he was gonna be there doing the play-by-play again because I get too into the game itself. You know, I'm a 12th man out there, so there's gonna be times where I'm probably just gonna be yelling and screaming.
That's
And
part of it, bro. That's part of it. People love it.
let's go Dolphins. I appreciate everybody that came out on the panel. 305 Sports Babe, EM, Pete, Big John, everybody. We're gonna do big things, and we're just gonna keep growing. And it's all thanks to you guys. Help out, like, subscribe, and like Chachi said, please donate to the channel. It all goes back to the channel. Believe me, it does. And let's go Dolphins. See you guys Sunday.
No,
Definitely,
don't leave yet.
definitely.
Don't leave yet though. Let me just chime in. I don't know if Miami Football Talk informed everybody, but we have big things coming. I don't know if you guys basically threw the name out there to the fan base. We're going to be calling ourselves Phinsnation Miami, under Miami Football Talk. Where the network's gonna be Miami Football Talk, and we're starting this from the bottom, and hopefully we can be something special for this community because at the end of the day, we need this. The whole fan base needs this, not just us. We need this. We're very
Facts.
passionate. We all speak from the heart when we say things. We don't just say we don't tell you what you want to hear. We tell you, the truth about the Dolphins team and how we feel about it and what improvements we can see to eventually get to the promised land.
Definitely.
Like Miami Sports Fanatic was saying, shout out to 305 Sports Babe for coming on today. That's much appreciated. That means a lot for us. She came and she gave us some perspective of what she saw at the game. Much love. That's awesome. Another thing is thank you everybody for coming on here. Big John, EM, Pete, everybody in the comment section. Shout out to my girlfriend. She's in the comment section.
Dana,
Uh,
she's
Dana.
just putting us in the
So,
chat.
Hey man, she's
Damn,
a dot.
bro.
We met.
You got
We. Funny enough, we met. We actually met because of the Miami Dolphins. Like
There you go, man.
she had a picture up. She had these dolphin earrings, and I was like, "That's it. I'm sold." And I'm like, "You like the Dolphins?" She's like, "Yeah, I like the Dolphins."
Batman.
The what?
Who's
Nah,
the
nah,
what?
not anytime soon. We just met. Anytime soon. But hey, it'll come one day. Like
No
she hates that
pressure. No
conversation. She
pressure.
hates that
No
conversation.
pressure.
She hates that conversation. So, I said much love. Let's hope for a Dolphins victory. Um, Shout out to everybody that came and supported us. Share, like, comment, subscribe. Please, guys, please. If you guys can donate. You can donate. Chachi said it. You can donate straight to Cash App, Miami Football Talk. It's down there on the bottom. Anything that you put into the channel is gonna help us tremendously because we're working on trying to get equipment for to make the show sound a little bit better for everybody. And we want, if we can, I just beg everybody, please. I don't care if it's $1, $2,
And
whatever you have, man. We're not asking for a lot. It comes a long way, believe me. Like everyone says in every platform, we actually are gonna put this into the channel. And then eventually, with the Phinsnation Miami, we're gonna be able to give back to you guys. We're gonna be able to give you merchandise. We got hats. We're gonna have shirts coming. We have a lot of fun stuff that we're planning and we want to do for the fan base because you guys are the foundation for us. You are what you come to listen. You give us hope in order to bring you this love. Because hey, we do this from the bottom of my heart. But yeah, Ennis, if you want to come in, jump on. I know you were working and we apologize. So any last words?
give
Big
us
John.
some final thoughts. Give us some final thoughts. Ennis, come in.
Big John, you got some final thoughts, homie?
Yeah, while we're waiting for Ennis to come in, give me your final thoughts there, Big John.
Oh no! To keep it PG-13.
P, I see you in the back room. Don't leave.
Drop the link for Ennis.
I have a feeling that the Dolphins are gonna get in that ass, bro. They're gonna whoop the Jets' ass all week, and bro, it's gonna be ugly.
Definitely.
That's what I think.
I agree. That's why I said 13 points. They're winning by 13 points.
And shout out to SportsBabe just for the fact that she's from New Jersey and she hates the Jets, bro. That is the greatest thing ever. The greatest thing ever. Better than the Marino jersey. Better than the explanation. Better than liking Anthony Festano. The fact that she hates the Jets with every living part of her soul is the greatest part of the entire interview. Nothing beats that, bro.
I agree.
I know what it's like.
And as being the founder of Miami Football Talk, and then now having Phinsnation Miami a part of this, I feel honored that you guys have decided to come on the show with me and do this. It's definitely heartwarming. And I can't wait to see what comes out of this, man. I really cannot wait. But having said that, Ennis, take us out, bro. Take us out.
First of all, I wanted to say, hey, my favorite guys is on their own platform. All right,
yes,
that's what I knew something special was going on, but I didn't know what it was. So I wanted to salute y'all and appreciate y'all doing this. More content is always great when it comes to our team.
That's right.
I just wanted to say that. I ain't gonna take long because I know y'all been on for a minute.
No. And big shout out to Ennis. He was one of the first subscribers to get up in my channel.
That's awesome,
Ennis,
man.
right there.
Appreciate the love, man.
Right there. Come back on this Sunday. We're gonna do it again.
That's one of the questions I wanted to ask. Like that Sunday thing, that was great. I was hoping y'all do that again.
We're doing it, buddy. Don't worry.
That's dope being able to watch the game with somebody that's a Dolphin fan that ain't here. Like I said, I'm in Dallas, so it's hard to find fans to watch it with. So I thought that was
you in spirit
cool.
and internet. We're with you.
I'm gonna try to join you guys this time because I was at the game, but it's an away game. We're going to a barbecue at a friend's house, but I think I can jump off for a little bit.
Yeah, you can jump off for a little bit. Hey, you're on camera
PDA.
still.
PDA.
Take it easy. All right, guys. Hey, I appreciate you all coming on to the show and showing your love and support and coming to check us out, man.
Hold on a second. Don't tell me. Don't cut me off. Hold on.
Come on, bro.
Hey, Ennis, the best
Yeah.
part of last Thursday's game was watching Pete's face for the last week. That was the greatest part of Thursday. The fact that Pete hasn't slept for 7 days is the greatest thing in the world.
The greatest part was he was so scared to come back in to face you. That was my favorite part.
Yep.
Pete. You know, Pete.
Hey, but
you mess with Big John.
I appreciate you.
Be bad.
I appreciate you coming back on, Ennis, and giving your piece and saying what's up to us, brother. Much love to you, bro.
Oh yeah,
for real,
keep
for
it
real.
up,
Much
guys.
love
Hey,
to
Big
you.
John, I put my number in there. Send me that info.
Hey, wait, listen. I sent you guys have it. I sent it.
We'll put it in the private chat. I'll put it in the private chat right now.
You guys have it. I'm not gonna retype it. You guys have it in the.
I'm gonna put it for Ennis right now in the private chat.
Yeah, he got you. I got you, Ennis. I gave him the information. Go ahead. You got it there.
I have this information.
Putting it in the private chat right now. I'm typing it in.
All right, I'll leave it up real quick so that way.
If you don't have it, it's because you weren't paying attention, my friend.
Let me say this last thing. I was listening to him. I know me and him had disagreements, but I just want to say he is a smart brother, and a lot of things he said tonight was right. So if he's listening, I'm man enough to say, even though we had words, that he is a smart guy, and I do appreciate his info as well.
That's why talk, man.
That's the funny part whenever people talk, because me and you get along, and most people don't know that me and EM off the platform, he's like a brother to me. So when you guys went at it, and I'm actually sitting on the platform watching you two go at it, I'm going, my God, what do I do now? Do I say it? Do I interject? Do I cuss you both out? Like, I didn't really know what to do, you know. But it's a good thing. Both of you guys are passionate fans, man. That's all that matters. As long as we want what's good for the team, that's all that matters. The logo. After that, nothing else matters, man.
That's right.
Yeah, I felt bad.
Facts. But again, appreciate y'all, love y'all, and we out. Everybody say peace out. Miami Football Talk is out. Don't forget, every Tuesday, 8 o'clock p.m., we're on here. Come back, show your love, show support. Angel, put it up so they can see it. Put it up so they can see it. Put it up so they can see it.
I got the best final take to gas everybody up.
Phinsnation Miami. We here every Tuesday, 8 o'clock. Come see it. Be here or be square. And on Sunday, we will be live for the live stream reaction. We did the first one last week, and we're going to keep it going, baby. Till next time, peace.
Peace.